10 days and 10 moons since you since you set off from the last township. Weary and a bit sore from a scuffle or two with the untamed forest, our adventurers round the final bend in the winding road. The sun dips down low on the horizon, casting a long shadows across the quaint village that now comes into view. Nestled between rolling hills, a mountain-peaked backdrop, and a sea of vibrant wildflowers, a wooden post indicates you're about to step into Elden Haven. The air is thick, with the sweet fragrance of fresh crop and baked goods. The distant sounds of hard work and rattling carts beckon you as the day comes to an end. As your party approaches, you notice the locals going about their daily routines, seemingly untroubled by the woes that might plague the wider world. Moonlit Meadows, the engraved sign creaks above the oak doors to the tavern in the centre of town. Although it is not a foreign feeling by now, you have caught the eyes of a curious citizen or two. As you pass through the double doors, can I get each of you to introduce who you will be playing, the appearance they give off to those prying eyes, and a memory they have with the group from the last 10 days of travel? Dale, let's start with you. You are muted. What would a session be without a you are muted?
First one. So you would see a relatively sort of not too tall, but probably tall for his kind. A Seder man with a large sort of like jacket coat on over sort of like a nice-ish shirt that was nice maybe about 6 or 7 years ago, and it's got some couple stains and stuff on it now, but like it's a nice shirt. It just definitely needs a clean. He's got a pan flute on his hip. On the other side, he's got like a little hand axe sort of tucked away that you can't really see under his coat, whereas the pan flute's on the outside of the coat, just almost on like a little shoulder strap around, hanging by his hip. And then on his back, he would have strung up some sort of guitar that looks like requires arcane energy to operate. Doesn't look like it's not acoustic as such. There's no sound if you just strum it. And his name is Juan. And a memory he would have of the group over the last month would be probably trying to teach one of them like a cool gambling game and losing a bunch of money to one of the other party members.
So he's not good at the gambling game?
No. Loves a gamble, not a great gambler.
Love it. And you said the name as well?
Yeah, Juan.
Cool. So yeah, the image has gone into the D&D chat on Discord. I love it. Next, let's go over to Lucy.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. What you'd see, like first off the bat, would be this female humanoid-looking being, pale blue skin, with these all over her body, kind of almost just like ley lines, almost like runes up her arm and legs and body. Here, this gorgeously long, almost seaweedish, but still hair-like, but the color of seaweed draping down her back, gorgeous wreath around her hair. Her clothes are very like whimsical, almost earthly touched garments, a big, massive long staff with almost like a serpent head with feathers adorned from it, and pale blue eyes, and memory. Oh gosh.
Who would the party know her as?
Oh, her name is Senna.
Senna.
Senna. A memory of probably spending most of her time in her wild shape form.
What's her preferred wild shape form?
Pardon?
What's her preferred
Preferred?
wild shape form?
Probably a like a silvery brown fantail.
Fantastic. Love it.
Yeah. But like kind of just like being a little wallflower as her fantail, but being like the eyes of the group, constantly kind of her memory. Quiet but delicate.
I love it. Next, let's go to JJ.
Righty. You would see a roughly 8-foot tall, bald, built man wielding this massive warhammer as if it was nothing but a bit of a toy.
8 foot, big bahungas.
I wasn't sure like how
yeah, that's
roughly tall Goliath sort of are, but
towering over the rest of the party. Carry on.
He's got 3 piercings in his left eyebrow that sort of just mark his red eyebrows there. He's got sort of paint or some sort of markings across his bald head there, his forehead, and down through his cheek and his chin. He's wearing nothing on his chest but the remains of elvish armor across his legs and a bit on his, like, I don't know, greaves, I guess they'd be called.
Mm-hmm.
A memory from the last 10 days would be he's been watching the others closely, learning their food, their customs. They're a little bit foreign to him. He hasn't spent a lot of time with other races. So it's a little bit of curiosity, a little bit of suspicion, but welcome to, what's his name? The Vaughn Nola Mucane, also known as Nimblefoot, to his clan.
And do you think the party would know the name of Nimblefoot? Have you told them about that?
They would know Nimblefoot.
Yeah. And what would the party call you? Would they call you Nimblefoot or would they call you Thavagan?
Probably Nimblefoot.
Nimblefoot. Okay.
That's a nickname given to him by the clan.
As he
The-
towers over
yeah.
everyone. Love it. And last but
He's a bit
certainly... Oh, go on.
He's a bit silent. He's not often outspoken. He likes to observe and learn.
Nice. Keeping much the same as the Senna in the party as well. But last but certainly not least, Michael.
Famous Connery. You probably met after seeing a humanoid fly out a tavern window, closely followed, and don't come back, you hear?
Please, shit.
Way back in a when. He's a large for a half-orc, very well built, though prefers to use his words to solve problems and resorts to violence as a last-ditch effort of getting a point across. Very well dressed, has this beautiful long black coat, which he's probably bonded with Juan over, and had many discussion over the finer points of cross-stitching and design patterns that billows out to this patchwork in a layer of multiple colors of various rainbow patches with glyphs and runes carved into them in strange designs. You know he has a weapon on him, but he's never used it. and tends to jest and have light-hearted, good banter with all of the party members. He's definitely been winning a lot of money off of Juan learning how to play a gambling game. Though at one point he did lose a hand. Have I?
No, you're still good.
How much did we miss?
No, up to he lost a hand.
Lost a hand and ended up giving you a patch from the inside of my coat, and said, "When you get in a pickle, just tear that in half. Should come in handy."
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, as this party of all different shapes and sizes enters the Moonlit Tavern, the first thing that catches your eye is that it is quite a large space. A large kind of like foyer. There's a few tables around, some long, some short, 4-seater ones. And in the corner there is a bar with a man behind it. Although, funny enough, the tavern is empty. There isn't anyone in here. It is towards the end of the day, the sun's setting and the day's wrapping up, but it seems like you've walked into a place that has been closed for some time. The man behind the bar looks up and sees you all enter and gives a kind of a wave and in a flurry, kind of grabs a tea towel and flicks it over his shoulder and, you know, dusts himself off and welcome travelers to the Moonlit Inn. Are you looking for a table, a drink or two, maybe a meal? I could sort you out. And by the time you walk over to the counter, all four of you are there. What would you like to do?
Yeah, my man, this a drink would be awesome, dude. Bit of a fucking ghost town in here, man.
You can roll me the first roll of the night with an insight check.
So close to being an actual 20, but it's a 2 plus 2. That's a 4.
A 4. He just kind of like looks like, you're talking to him, and he's taking in the order. Yes, a drink and a meal. That's absolutely fine. Yes, business has been slow as of late, but no need to worry. We're just going through a couple of changes here, and I'll show you what we can do for you. Is that around for everyone? He kind of looks over the group.
Make mine a double.
A double, sure, of course. He sit down on a little notepad.
I'm just testing if I have an echo still.
No, you can.
That's better.
That was fine, yeah.
Sorry about that. Do you have anything that's like tea?
Tea? Yes. Oh, he kind of like looks behind the bar. Yes, we can make up some tea for sure.
Amazing. Can it be herbal?
Herbal? Yes, absolutely.
I'll have a tea too, thank you.
Two teas. I can make a business out of that. He contemplates for a second.
Perhaps we should have gone to the tea shop.
No. Here is fine. Please take a seat and I'll bring it right over. He gestures to one of the tables.
As we move over, I assume, like, are they like low benches or?
Yeah, kind of like.
It's quite uncomfortable for an 8-foot giant to be sitting there.
Yes, you almost have to like kind of squat next to the table. Would probably be a better, or even cross-legged at the end and just like kind of sit
like on the floor.
Yeah. But before long, he comes across and brings each of the beverages as asked for. Are you staying long? It's getting quite dark outside. We have rooms for rent if you so please.
All right, man. That's pretty cool. I mean, we're gonna need a place to stay.
Well, tell you what, I can do you a group deal. I got 4 rooms, for 4 gold. How does that sound?
Fine deal for me. Don't worry, I'll get this one. And I pay with Juan's coin that I've won of him over the last 10 days.
Nice. He takes the 4 gold. Right, well, I'll head upstairs and make up the rooms, make sure they're all neat and tidy and to your comfort. But please enjoy the looks around at like no one else in the room and like enjoy. And toddles off and goes upstairs.
What?
Can I get a perception check from everyone, please?
Ooh. Looks like we'll have to create our own entertainment tonight. I think that one's on you, Juan.
I am too
Let me
enamored
get
by-
at least the beer in me, man. Before
That was
I
a,
get up on stage.
Sorry, Lizzie, you're very, very quiet.
Ah,
Can you turn up your gain?
that's what I just did.
Max gain.
How's that?
That's good.
Hey.
it's better.
I'm way too and like captivated. Oh, that echoes back then. I just heard it.
I think it's just coming through Dale's speakers.
Okay. I'm way too like enthralled and enamored by this tea that I do not see anything. I got a 10.
You got a 10, nice. Yeah, you're not really noticing anything else around, but this tea is not great. It's like it's been sitting in a box for some time. Thavigan, what did you get?
A 12.
12? Juan?
Perception is 13.
And Seamus?
I got 15.
15. Well, you notice that the tavern is not fully empty. In the back corner, there is a kind of hunched elderly man. He's kind of got a long beard, but it's not maintained in the slightest. It's kind of got a few knots in it, and there's actually, is that a twig or something hanging out of it, and kind of scratches it out. He's got kind of long robes and stuff on. He's kind of just muttering to himself in the corner. What? Finishes his tankard and slams it down on the table.
Well, not a complete ghost town, I suppose.
I wonder what kind of day he's having.
Yeah, like that. Looks like he doesn't need another one of those. That's for sure. Who's he talking? Is he talking to himself?
As you say that, he kind of like looks up and meets your gaze, Juan, and he's just like, you want to
What?
talk? Yeah, I'll talk. And he starts wandering over to you and like moves one of the chairs out of the way. Oh, yes, kind of waddles over. He stands about like 4 foot tall, with his hunch. Looks over at the Goliath and like his eyes just widen, like, oh.
I just
Oh.
sort of stare back at him, stare back at Juan. What have you done?
Well, I mean, it's never good to drink alone, my dude.
No.
I'll scoot my seat down so he can pull up a seat at our table.
Sure, he gladly welcomes the invitation and pulls the chair in and kind of like ding, moves it forward. And what brings you into town? You look like strong folk, nimble folk. Adventurers maybe.
Paid to do certain jobs, indeed.
Oh.
I'll slide over one of my, or my beverage, I
Yep.
guess.
He looks at it and gives it a sniff and downs it.
You seem like a man who'd have many stories to tell.
Oh yes, stories. Yes. It seems like you have stories too. Are you here for a story?
Well,
Love stories.
Stories?
As everyone kind of like shows a little bit of interest, you see is like color, a little bit of color gets into his face. He goes, well, yes. See, it's said that this tavern here is haunted. And yes, ghosts will come and collect you in the night. Although, only if you have the Angel of the Mountains protection will you be safe. Yeah, you've heard of the Angel of the Mountain? Yes. He kind of opens his cloak and pulls out 4 white feathers. And they kind of they're about this long. And he goes, oh, yes, legend says when you sleep at night, the feather, if you lay it outside your door, then the angel will protect you.
I've never heard this tale before.
Oh, yeah, not many have, but such well-traveled folk like yourselves must take precautions. Otherwise, nimble fingers can come and get into your purses, and the ghosts like to take a lot of things. Looks back at the empty glass and
My microphone's not. I was like, "Do you want some tea?"
oh, he looks at it, pulls it over, and gives it a sniff. Downs the whole thing.
You just happen to have 4 of those bad boys. Is that correct, sir?
Oh, you see him look back in his cloak, and you see there's a pouch stuffed with white feathers.
Oh, plenty to spare.
Yes, but wouldn't be handing them out willy-nilly. I need to make sure I'm safe. I don't want to anger the Angel of the Mountain. No.
No.
And what stories do they tell about the Angel of the Mountain?
She's graceful, and she protects all those that go into the shadow of her kingdom. But if you don't give her what she wants, then she'll come and get you.
Seems a little argumentative.
No, you don't argue with the angel. No.
There's strange tales in these parts of the land.
Yeah, as you say that, you see the barkeep coming back down and looks over and goes, "Hey, Bones, get out of here! What have I told you?" He comes over with literally a broom and starts going at this old man. He's like, he kind of scatters, and he pushes him right outside unless anyone steps in.
No, I'll definitely just watch this happen.
Yeah, it's a comedy of errors. He falls over a table, and then the barkeep kind of tries to swap, and then they do the 1-2 around the chair, and he finally leaves, and he closes the door, and he goes, I'm so sorry about that. A pest of the town he is.
I just look at him and raise my pierced eyebrow.
Well, he kind of gets a bit of a take back from that, and yes, sorry. Now I'm assure you there will be no more bothers such as that. But your rooms are ready. Should you need to rest, I will be tidying up and sleeping myself very soon, as it is getting quite late. And it is, you guys all feel the wear of the day and are ready to rest down. But he goes back behind the bar and maybe serves you another round of drinks.
Innkeep, what do you know of the Angel of the Mountains?
Oh, you see his brow kind of furrow. Tales of old. They say an angel watches over this village. Superstition is all. Don't believe what that old man tells you. It's driving customers away. The only protection you need is good, sturdy doors and walls. That's what I say. And please, call me Rittleton.
Rittleton.
Rittleton Sano.
No doubt a story to keep kids behaving.
Yes, that's what I believe. But once you've grown up and actually do hard work for your life, stories just get in the way. He's kind of just, yes.
How long you in running this joint?
Oh, a good 4 years now.
No
And
problem.
has it always been so quiet?
No, it's usually the talk of the town. It's just a little lull in business. That's all. People have needs. People are working hard, and they just want to be at home with their families. That's all. We will have travelers coming back again soon. You see, he's quite upset that you're asking about it not being busy.
You said you're going through some changes.
Yes, changes of menu, changes of accommodation. That's all. It's just regular business, changing as it sees fit.
Oh, just sprucing up for the season, I suppose.
That's exactly right. He kind of gets a grin on his face that you've kind of given him something to say back to people now.
Yeah. I get a little insight check as to whether he's just agreeing with me to cover up some further information.
Yeah, go for it.
That's not great. 14.
14. Yes, the seems rehearsed.
Sure.
Was there any? Did you say there was like a festival or something on as we entered the town?
No, just the sounds of everyone wrapping up for the day, and crops being harvested and carts being tidied up, and the general sounds of a town. More so that the town is not a ghost town. It's the contrast is this tavern is empty.
Did we happen to notice any other tavern on the way in that may be doing better business?
Give me a investigation check or perception, your choice.
Yes. That is 16 for perception.
16. Definitely no other tavern. This is kind of like the center of town. But you did notice that people, you've traveled through some populated areas before that normally people in their day go for a beer, go for dinner, and then go home. The tavern is usually a place of community and a place of you can get someone else to make the meal, so you don't have to worry about doing that at home. But yeah, people just tended to be packing up and just heading back into their houses.
As if with fear or...
No, didn't seem with any urgency or anything. And no one seemed to avoid the tavern. They weren't making a wide berth around it. Just when you entered, it was just no one was in here.
Are we in like the colder months of the year?
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Right. Seamus pulls out a little, like a short pipe from inside his belt pocket, starts packing it. I think I'll have myself a wee nightcap before heading upstairs. You fancy losing another hand to me, Juan?
Listen, I'll tell you something about losing that. I'll be getting that money back. Let's get okay. Can we get 2 shots, please, over here?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Tell you what, I'll pour these for you, and if you require any more, leave the gold on the bar, and I'll tidy it up in the morning. And he brings over the bottle.
Wonderful. I think it's your deal this time.
Can you each give me an opposing sleight of hand roll for this game?
All of us.
No, just the two that are playing.
That's an 11.
19.
Nice. So Seamus takes the game. What are the other two of you doing?
Looking at this not so great tea and watching the game closely, trying to learn the rules.
Nice.
As I would have been doing the
Yep.
last couple of weeks.
Tell you what, why don't you give me a sleight of hand check as you play one round?
So say double or nothing. This time, you play my hand.
All right, I think I've got the gist of it. It's an 11.
One.
That is also an 11.
No.
Ooh.
As you kind of like play a bit too confidently, and by the time you reach the end of the game, you realize that Thavigan is on par with how you're playing, and you're like, oh, okay, he's actually caught on a lot more than you thought he was going to, and the game kind of comes to an end. Like, you win a little bit, he wins a little bit.
Yeah, split the pot. All right. That's it.
Seems we
It's
are
fun.
evenly matched.
Yes.
But yes, the day has come to an end, and it is time to head up to the rooms if you see fit.
As they're playing their hand, I'll step out just out the front door and light the pipe.
Yep.
Happen to see the old man or anyone else just sitting in the streets?
Give me a perception check.
6. Oh, plus 4. 18.
18. The streets are quiet. Everyone has gone to bed. The lights have gone out. There might be a couple of chimneys still with smoke coming out of them, whether they be leftovers or someone's still up, but it's very quiet out here.
Such a strange town. Just kind of sits there puffing away for a minute. And yeah, head back inside and wander up to a room.
Nice. As you get up to the... Oh, you're going?
Can I, yeah, as the whole, what's it called? The game was going on, I was kind of like looking at my stuff as kind of the story didn't really like sit with me. But the thing that stuck out was this whole feather thing. I look at my staff, having a feather on it. I can't start to unravel it.
Sure.
I'm like, maybe it might protect me.
There are still 4 white feathers on the table as well.
As I'm doing that, I kind of bring it to my vision and I see something out of the corner of my eye. I go, just pick it up. And so,
Nice.
can I, as I pick it up,
Yeah.
since I'm like relatively well traveled and in tune with kind of nature,
Mm.
can I check if there's anything magical or like something like differently or is it just like check if it's just a normal feather? Because I'm holding my staff feather and then I'm holding this.
Yeah, sure.
This other feather. Can I
You
see a
can give
comparison
me
maybe?
an Arcana check.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Also, I'd just like to add, I'm going to use a first level spell. After our game is finished up, and while Senna seems to be distracted, I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself to make myself look like Michael's character. And I'm going to put my foot up on one of the tables and be smoking a pipe and be doing my best Sean Connery impression.
Let's hear it then.
No, I can't. There's no way I can actually do it. But
Oh, come on now. Try.
just so when he comes back inside, I'm sitting there with a foot up on a chair, smoking a pipe, and I'm gonna, oh, good evening,
Oh, that was brilliant.
and then drop my disguised self back to my normal self.
Sure.
Not bad, not bad. You've got to push your snout more. Show your confidence.
Seem to have lost more than the game.
I got a 17.
17. As you look at this feather, it appears to have no magical essence to it. It's just a straight feather of some creature. You can't identify what creature it's from, but it's kind of like one of those big long quills that you see in those odd and oddities shops. Very, very white. It's like almost pure white, and it hasn't doesn't have any dirt or anything on it, or it seems like it is a object rather than, oh, I've actually plucked this from an actual beast.
I'm going to tie it alongside with my normal feather to my staff.
Sure. All right.
I'll reach out and sort of pick it up and just look it over in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a superstitious man? Is that again?
No. But this is curious.
Neither am I, and I'll pick up one too. But I do like to tell a good story. And I'll just, tuck it into the lapel of the coat.
It's just a silly feather, no sense letting it bother us, but still. Leave it outside the door.
That's what he said.
Then I'll take that with me, and I will do that
Sure.
when we go upstairs.
So you each go upstairs and you have your own room. You paid 4 rooms. Each kind of just along a corridor, basically. You go in there. It's pretty simple. There's a bed, big enough for you to fit in, Thavigan. Kind of like a double bed, and there's a chest next to it to store any gear. There's a coat hook. There's a like a painting on the wall. It's not great. You imagine that it's actually the 10th painting of the same thing, and they're all in the same, like they're all in each room. And then a window looking out over the street. So before you go for rest and lay down, is there anything anyone is doing just prior to the end of the day? Thavian, you're leaving the the feather outside your door?
I will.
Okay. Anyone else?
I will probably go into my room first, and then I'm going to ritually cast Identify on the feather, just to not use a spell slot, but just because I'm curious as well. And I see Senna looking at it, but I know that I can properly have a magical look.
Yep.
So I'll sort of sit down in front of me and sort of pull out the flute and just sort of slowly play like a couple notes and then do that for how long it takes to ritually cast the spell.
Nice. You spend your time looking over this feather, and with your magical energy coming from the music you play, nothing takes hold. It is just a white feather.
Cool. I'll sort of yeah, it's a good bit. Maybe I should try and sell people feathers. I'll just start tucking into my coat, hang my coat up on the door, head to bed.
I'm specifically gonna leave my staff like near the front door, but like inside my room.
Sure. And sorry, where were you putting your coat? One? Inside or outside?
Yeah. No, I just realized unintentionally I hang it up on the back of the door.
Sure.
So I guess the feather is right by the door. I don't, but I don't even think about it. I just hang my coat up.
Nice. And Seamus?
Seamus goes to walk into his room and he looks 2 doors down to where Nimblefoot's room is and sees the white feather lying on the floor. And not a superstitious man, huh? Stands in the doorwell for a second thinking, pulls out his own feather and goes, sure, tell a good story. Place it just on the outside of the threshold.
Sure.
Close the door behind me.
All right. Finishing up your day and resting in your own quarters, everyone gets into bed and settles down for the night. The quiet of the outside is comforting out here in the wilds of the small town. As the moon rises and you all sleep soundly, could I please have a group perception check?
Oh, yeah. I'm on fire
17.
today.
What was that, JJ?
17.
17? Seamus?
21.
Senna?
25.
Ooh, wee!
Hey.
And one?
14.
14.
Then we'll
Okay.
roll real hard.
Not terrible.
As the night goes on, we will go to... Yeah, let's go to Senna. As you kind of rest, but don't fully go to sleep. Maybe it's a little bit of tossing and turning, but you know, you kind of just that awake state that you can't quite get to sleep. And that's when you hear almost a thud. Sounds curious. Maybe it's Middleton moving something downstairs or something or rather, but you carry on trying to close your eyes. And then you hear a creaking and footsteps. They're in your room.
They're in my room.
Someone is. You're still in bed and your eyes are closed, or like you're facing the wall or something, but you can hear something or someone moving.
I'm going to, knowing that I can hear something in my room.
Yeah,
Like,
because you're awake.
yeah, but I'm facing away from, so I'm facing the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like pretend to like roll over like I'm rustling in my sleep,
Yep.
keeping my eyes shut enough that if there is a person in my room, they think I'm asleep. But I'm trying to like do the whole like just see.
Yeah, sure.
Little eyes.
You're gonna give me a perception check versus a stealth check.
Ah, fuck. That's not bad. That's not bad. 22.
22. You hear the footsteps stop as you start to move, and it's almost like they're blending into the shadows, but you do make out a figure and the glint of a knife.
And does it look like they're coming towards me with this? Like,
They're kind of like on the opposite side of the room at the moment.
I'm gonna like pretend. I'm gonna continue to like pretend to be asleep, and I'm just gonna like rustle and start sleep talking. Be like, just don't wanna go. Just leave me alone. Like pretend like sleep talking, seeing if I can get a reaction out of.
They are standing. You've got a gauge on where they are. They're hooded, and in the corner, but they are waiting until you're like, you stop making all this freaking noise. Like you can see that they're like stood so still. They're not too sure what's going on, but they're just kind of waiting.
I'm then gonna continue sleep talking and be like, "Hey man, like, can you leave me alone?" Like purposely now saying things like I can like clocking, like I'm verbally pretending to speak.
Yeah, sure.
In my sleep. You want me? I wouldn't come closer.
Roll either persuasion or intimidation.
Purposely just being bad because I'm fucking shit at this. Wait, persuasion or intimidation?
Yeah.
Shit.
18. You hear a voice go, shit. No. And slowly starts moving out of the room.
As he turns his back, is he turning? How is he moving out of the room?
Backwards. He's still facing you.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm going to wait until he leaves the room.
Sure. As he leaves and you hear the door close very quietly.
I'm going to then wild shape into a tiny little mouse.
Nice. You wild shape into a mouse.
Sneakily follow him.
Okay.
I'm going to follow him, so I'm going to sneak underneath the crack of the door and follow this guy.
Okay.
Act like I'm a normal mouse.
Yep. As you go under the door, we will cut to Juan's room. You do not notice the figure in your room. And before long, you're in a sleep and you start to feel like your dreams are becoming a bit woozy. And yeah, you think you're playing in front of a crowd of hundreds of people and you're unaware of what is going on. But Senna, as the mouse goes under the door, you see this cloaked figure. Looks like he's got a dagger on him. Look down the hallway and you see that Juan's door is propped open, but the two ones with the feathers outside are not. And you see him kind of like waiting in the corridor, like he's checking behind him. Doesn't seem to notice the mouse on the ground though.
I'm going to then scurry my way towards the open door.
To Juan's door, you see a cloaked figure hovering over Juan, like kind of not hovering off the ground, kind of like pouring a vial, and a gas is coming out, like a green gas.
Is there something in the room that I can like make and a mouse like bump into or make noises like to cause him to get a reaction? Like can I like charge at something to like I don't...
bite his toe or something. Juan, so.
Yeah, actually, I am gonna go up to the
Right,
tunnel
jumping up and
room,
down on the
bite
ground.
his ankle.
Sorry,
Can I just
are
bite?
are you biting the stealth
No.
person or Juan?
The stealth person?
Sure. Can you roll me an attack with a mouse?
Wait a second, why I don't have those stats up? D&D mouse. Hold up. Okay. It's not letting me. What is
Just use a rat.
Yeah, go rat.
It's +0 to hit. You deal 1 piercing damage if you hit.
I rolled a 15.
A 15 hits. So you see like a little gap between his boot and his like his leather pants, and you go up and you bite in and do 1 point of damage to this. And I'm gonna roll a reaction.
I'm gonna move out of the way so I don't get stepped on.
Yeah, he will go, oh, what the fuck? Which will wake you up, Juan. And you see this man pouring this gas on top, and then stumbles back and looks around at this rat. Give me a stealth check, rat, mouse. Because he wants to... Oh, that's a 16 on his perception.
Or he wants to punt you so hard.
Somebody just ate his toe cheese.
A 5?
14.
A 14. So he does see you and goes, oh, what the fuck? And kicks you across the room.
What's my AC? What's the rat's
If
AC?
these
N.
turn to leave my like vicinity, do I get an opportunity attack if I wake up?
I'm going to say you're waking up quite drowsy. So
yeah, okay.
so
Yeah, because they've been boring.
yeah. So no, but you're going to take 4 points of damage.
Which should pop me out.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I have to drop wild shape because I'm.
Sure. As he kicks this mouse, you boom, 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 turn back into a person and tumble across the room. This is when the other two of you hear a loud thud and a what the fuck from the other room. And then he's going to run. He's going to run out into the corridor, and the other guy's like, what's happened? And the last thing you guys all hear is probably something along the lines of like, they're tough, go, go, go. And they start running down the corridor back downstairs.
The what? Sorry?
They're tough. Like, you know,
Oh,
like
they're tough.
they're not just like easy
Random
targets.
travelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have, like bolted upright and then gone for the door and maybe if I've had the time to sort of peek my head out and see these figures running off.
Yeah, you
I don't know
catch
if I
them
have
like
time to sort of
running down the stairs. And before you take any actions, Senna and Juan in the room, as you see Senna rolling across your floor, you're kind of gaining all your consciousness back, Juan.
What?
We need to go. As I'm still kind of like catching myself from being a fucking mouse, I'm like, oh, that's an experience.
Like getting out of the bed, hopping, jumping, putting my boots on.
Yep, nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative.
Nice. Can I preemptively burst out of my door, see 2 people running off, turn back towards the people now in half in the corridor / half in a room, and rip a patch off the inside of my coat, and it dissipates like touch paper, and I'm holding a bullseye lantern
Nice.
that's lit
Nice.
and casting light.
Bullseye.
Okay, so Nimblefoot, what did you get?
10.
10? And that's plus your initiative roll as well?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, cool.
It was not a good roll.
That's all right. Senna?
Dirty 20.
Nice. 1.
Also 10.
And then Seamus?
You'll never believe it.
Also 10.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what I'm going to say is, Senna, you get the first move as you kind of stand up and get yourself sorted.
So they both bolted, correct?
Yeah, they're pretty much down in the ground floor now. And
As
I'm saying
I'm-
that's like a full movement away to get down there.
Cool. I'm going to chase after them.
Yep.
Because I saw this motherfucker like try to do something. He had a knife. I was like, fuck this guy. And as I'm running down the stair towards where they went, I'm gonna quickly just peer in my room, grab a staff, and
Yep.
just like keep booking it after them.
Nice.
I don't think I really yeah, I there's nothing really I can do spell wise that's gonna super help me.
Cool. As you run down the stairs and burst through the door at the bottom of the stairs, you see in the empty tavern there's about 5 or so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 of these cloaked figures. 3 of them holding crossbows. 2 of them have just run out from the thing, and you can see that they've like collected trinkets and stuff. They've got like burlap sacks and of leftover like gold from the bar.
In response, I kind of burst through, like, oblivious to the fact that me running after these guys, there could probably be more. And I see, and I like stand there. I'm like, see this shit. And I'm like, stealing's not nice. And I kind of like prepare myself to like.
Sure. So you've only used your movement.
I've only used my movement. Fuck yeah, let's go. Wait. Oh yeah, let's fucking go. And since I've seen these motherfuckers do this, I'm going to.
And Nimblefoot, you're up next. So you'll use a full movement to get downstairs, and then you can do whatever you want.
5 foot squares.
Correct.
I'm going to point my staff at it, and it almost like in the roots of it, it starts to like from the bottom, it's like almost like a serpent, like slithers green energy, and I'm gonna cast poison spray
Oh,
at. I clock the person right in front of me, and like I'm kind of just like a little bit overwhelmed, so I'm gonna cast it at literally the guy straight directly in front of me,
yeah, sure.
and he has to. It's a Constitution saving throw. Yep.
As a 12.
He fails. It's a 14 he had to beat.
Nice.
And so he will take 1d12. That's 8 poison damage.
Nice.
It's like, and so out from the end of my staff, this kind of like gas sprays out of it.
Nice. He's kind of
As
like
he-
running away from you, and he's like, and starts coughing.
You do that to my friend, I do that to you, motherfucker!
Nice. Nimblefoot, you are up.
Do I know that they went downstairs, or like was
Yeah,
I under the
you
impression
saw-
that they were running outside? Because my initial plan was jump out the window.
Sure. If you do that, you could then come back in through this door next turn, down the bottom. So that's the entrance to the tavern.
Yep.
So yeah, I will say that you would use your action and your dash to get around that, and you can pop in next turn.
Yeah, of course. And I've picked up my warhammer, and my longbow, and I've sort of like peered out the window real quick, and then just sort of squeezed my way out and jump over the ledge and drop nimbly to the ground,
Nice.
ready to intercept them, assuming that they were going to make a break for it.
For sure. If anyone was around to see it, you would see that Nimblefoot lands with such silence and delicacy. But yes, next turn you can appear at that bottom door there. So I'll move you down there.
Thank you.
Nice. One.
One. Okay. Well. I'm gonna flick my coat on, grab my guitar, strap it over, start running down. From like out from behind me, after I've put like the coat on, we'll pull out like a lead and sort of whip it around, throw it into the guitar, and sort of trace the lead back as it goes in behind my coat. You're not really quite sure where the other end plugs into, but every time I plug it in, I'll give a little wink to old
Seamus.
and start running down the stairs as it sort of starts to glow a little bit with the. It's like a white guitar with little purple accents, and the purple starts to sort of glow. I will run down the stairs, so that'll gets me right behind Senna, does it?
Yeah, or pretty much there. We'll say there.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to get down and I'll sort of like, as it's sort of powering up the guitar, it's doing that like sort of feedback noise, then just sort of grab the power cord, slam the power cord, and I'm going to point out to this guy here and I'm going to cast True Strike on him.
Which one? Oh, yep, cool.
This, yeah. And so until my next turn, I gain advantage on the first attack roll against that target.
Nice. Nice. As your music kind of fills the empty halls, of you see him kind of like almost focus in on you, and you focus in on him as well. Anything else that you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm sort of just kind of like use that chord and then sort of turn to Senna and be like, why do we always get ourselves into this sort of trouble? Let's fucking do this. And give her a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
It's a bonus action.
Love it. Seamus, you come down the stairs last, if you choose to.
Well, I go to say, I'll cut them off from the... And I see a Goliath nimbly exit out a window and... Never mind then. And I'll reach into my coat again. I will pull out a patch. And the patch I pull off is like a square form with a bunch of runes and a cross pattern on it. I slap it against the wall right here. And I make myself a window.
Oh, nice.
And then from upstairs, seeing what I can see probably directly down this middle line, I'll take a running jump at it and see if I can smash through my own window and land on top of this guy.
Sure. On top of this guy?
Yeah, go on. He's a little closer, isn't he?
Yeah.
I reckon I can make that.
Go athletics check.
Ooh.
Roll.
I'm good at athletics. Hold on. It's a +6. That's a 10.
A 10. I'm going to say you smash out of the window and get down here, and then you've got half speed. So yeah, you can climb up on the bar and you're in combat with them.
Oh, awesome. Back to my actions. New character, who dis? That's it. That's all I got.
Cool. I won't take a drink of my coffee then. I'll have their turns. They're going to hit back. So the middle guy that's like coughing with gas, he seems to be the leader of some sorts. This is the one that was in your room, Senna. As he's like reached out to the other ones, he goes, "Go! Get back to the mountain! We can't take these ones! Go!" And he will turn around and take a crossbow shot at Senna. That is a 6 to hit. As the arrow goes past you, he like reaches back, and then he's going to use his full movement to get down there. The guy next to you, Seamus, will go a bit busy and try and shank you with a dagger. That's not great either. A 10 to hit.
Misses.
But he will kind of like stay in combat with you. He's not going to try and run. He's not as silly. Then the other ones are going to go 15, 15, 30, 30, as they all start heading towards the door, unaware of the surprise that is going to meet them on the other side. But they all seem to like grab what they can of the bags and sacks that they've filled and start making their way down to the door at the bottom. That brings us back to the top of the round. So Senna.
I had a moment. I was talking. I was like, wait a second, I'm muted. They look like they're bolting, like trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it looks like they're like the emotion you get is that this is not what they signed up for, to fight people that will fight back.
Gotcha. All right. All of us been like,
And Nimblefoot, you're coming up next, and you'll be starting at the door.
okay. Sorry, I'm just reading a spell. A creature restrained by. Cool. I'm going to then call out to Nimblefoot and be like, try to at least keep one of them alive. We probably need to talk to them, as I like whip my staff around and smash it into the ground.
And be a hypocrite.
20-foot square, which is, would that include? No, it wouldn't include this guy. It's gonna get these two middle guys right in the room, so I'm gonna do a 20-foot square to get the middle two guys and cast Entangle.
So 20-foot square is that big?
Thank you. Yeah. I want to get the two guys in the middle.
Do you want to go lower or?
Go more close to me, please. Like, so it's towards the, like, around here-ish, so they catch them just on the outside. Yeah, that works for me.
Perfect.
As I slam my staff into the ground, these grasping vines and weeds wriggle their way to that space and start to encapsulate and snare these two. They have to make a strength saving throw.
Yep. That is a 6.
Fails.
And a 6.
A creature in that area, when you cast, must succeed on a strength saving throw, will be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell's end. A creature restrained by plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell DC. On a success, it frees itself.
Love it. So these vines erupt out from the wooden floors, wrecking them absolutely. But that's not the problem for tonight. And grasp these guys around the ankles and start winding up their legs.
And I kind of like, I look at them, I go, "You go nowhere, motherfuckers!" And I just pass that ball though.
All right.
I hold my ground.
As she says that, you would have heard someone yelling out to no one as you approach the closed door. Nimblefoot, how would you like to make this entrance?
I'm not one to. I do have a great big hammer. In my
You
hand.
do. It's massive.
I'm not one to damage property unnecessarily, so I will calmly open the door and sort of peek in and be like, okay, this is the situation. Turn around, close the door, and lock it. You know, manners maketh man kind of style.
Oh, so you step in and then close it behind you?
I close the door, shut the bolt or something.
I feel like that's more intimidating than bursting through the door. Yeah, you see 3 of them. Well, 2 of them are entangled now, but one of them is running towards the door and sees us, and he slows to a jog as you then slide the lock closed, and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
And I will step forward. Yes. Drag myself forward.
Nice.
And I'll make an unarmed strike. I will. Yeah, I'll just go for a nice boring punch.
Yeah. So
Just
yeah, so you can use your action and bonus action now. You've used your movement. So as you go up to him, you're going to use an unarmed strike. So you kind of like, you can describe it.
yeah, I will see if I hit first. It is 11, 15.
15, that will hit. So now you can roll for damage, which should
No,
be
that's not
next to,
That was a 17. Sorry, that's not how math works.
that will still hit.
Yep, I'll just come in and with left hook and
Yep.
just go for the try and catch him as he as he's moving forwards or slowing forwards. My fist kind of just meets him there.
Love it.
Roll for damage.
Yep, so that should be next to it.
Yes. Four. That is max damage 8.
8
Bludgeoning
points of bludgeoning damage. As you hear his jaw move out of place as you just go, ooh, and he's like, ooh, and he's kind of disorientated, but he's still standing. But you can see the stars in his eyes as he kind of starts to regain his footing. Do you have
And
a
then-
bonus action you can use?
I do, and I'm going to use another unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Very nice.
As I rotate through, I sort of... How do I do this? I could keep rotating through, and I think I'm going to throw out my foot
Yep.
and try and just sort of catch him in the waist.
Nice. Go for an attack roll again.
That is 20. Dirty 20.
That'll hurt.
And 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
As manners maketh the man, you relocate his jaw with your foot, as he then goes unconscious and dies.
I wasn't intentionally trying to, keep him alive, but seeing that we've got 2 entangled here that we can interrogate as needed.
As you restructured his whole facial looks, this guy falls down on the ground, and the gold, and it's not even gold, it's like plates and knives and forks and stuff kind of scramble out of the bag that he was carrying. But nice, well done.
I just shout out to Senna. Whoops.
Juan, you're up.
All right. Okay. All right. This dude is running away. But that's all right. I can still get close to him. So I'm gonna sort of see that start like sprinting up. Gonna sprint up to there. And like as I'm running around, I'm sort of gonna swing the guitar like round so it does like a full loop, and then while it's looping, grab the little hand axe out, chuck it up, and then I'm gonna take off the guitar from around me, and then as the hand axe pulling down, I'm gonna smack it with the back of the guitar and throw my hand axe at this guy.
Nice. So you get advantage, I believe, because of True Shot?
I do, because of True Shot.
Or True Strike, or whatever it is.
True Strike. And I'm also going to... I'm also going to... because it just has to be an attack action. Make this a defensive flourish. So that's going to be 15 to hit.
That will hit.
So that's going to be d6 plus 15. So that's going to be 8 slashing damage.
Nice.
As the axe
Go on.
sort of like smack it, and it sort of flies forward and goes into like his chest or something, into his back, I suppose, as he's running.
Yeah, into his back, and he does the whole like Mortal Kombat finish thing as he falls down to the ground and doesn't move after that.
But my speed will increase by 10 feet.
Oh, nice.
So I'll move for 10 feet, and I can add damage to that dice, so I could have done even more damage to him.
Nice.
Which I will
You killed them more.
I'll do an extra 2 damage to him, but it also increases my AC by 2 till the end of my next turn.
Ooh.
So I will keep running forward 10 more feet.
Awesome.
And sort of get up to him and pull the axe out and do a little flip with it.
Love it. Seamus, you're up.
Right. I seem to be tussling with the gentleman who just took a stab at me, I believe.
Yeah, he's squaring
so-
up. Like he's got the way he can get out of the situation is by taking you down.
Yeah, I bet. But as he took that last swing at me, I kind of backed over the bar to avoid it. See a bar stool out of the corner of my eye. Grab
Yes.
that and swing it back at him.
Nice, go for a hit.
Oh, that's a +6. 23 to hit.
That'll definitely hit. He is not expecting a bar stool to be coming his way.
Yay, Tavern Brawler. That'll do 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And for a bonus action,
It,
because
like,
I made an
cracks over
improvised...
him. Yeah, it cracks over him, and you're holding like half of like a sharpened bar stool leg now.
Yes. Since I hit him with an improvised attack, I'll use my bonus action to attempt to grapple him.
Oh, nice. That is a strength.
Athletics or straight strength?
It's just gonna be straight strength.
All right. That is a 14 for me.
That is a 15 for him on the dice.
Ah.
So he'll like kind of like do that whole thing with the bar stool leg, and you kind of going backwards and forwards, but he will push back, and you don't grapple him.
Come on now. I'd rather just have a gentlemanly chat.
All right, that brings us to their turn. Unless you got anything else.
You know what? I'll loop around him as I do, trying to grapple him. That's it.
Sure. As you say, you just want to chat. He like kind of almost spits back in your face and is like, "You're too late anyway. You won't be able to save them." And pushes back and goes for a strike at you with his dagger. That's better. That's a 19.
That will hit.
6 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
As he kind of like reaches out and his dagger catches your arm on the stool leg, and he pulls it back up your arm, so it cuts down your forearm there.
These sleeves are expensive.
And then he's going to try and move away, so you get an opportunity attack if you so choose.
Yeah. This time let's try and like kick the bar top up against the back of him as he hops over it.
Yep, nice.
It's like really hit and miss with these. Plus improvised weapon +6. +6? Yeah, +6. So 13?
13 just hits. Go for damage.
Never had to use D4s in my life. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Nice. As it like hits the back of his head, he kind of like stumbles forward and then crawls. I'm going to do a half movement across the floor there. You see that he's going towards the wall over here. But he looks very weak. Is there anyone else? These two are going to make strength checks again. Is that correct? And is that at the end of their turn or the start of their turn?
It's their action to make strength checks.
That's fine. What do we got? We've got a 13 and a 4.
They are still restrained.
They're trying to pull themselves out. They start like trying to carve at it with their daggers. But oh, there's no more people down there. That's right. His face got rearranged. That's their turn. That's everyone done. All right, back to the top. Senna.
Remind me, DM, a minute, is that 1 round?
No, a round is 6 seconds.
10 rounds.
10 rounds? Cool. Thank you.
Very loosely, like, yeah.
We need to put a number to it. As I see them still restrained, I'm going to move myself. I need to probably change to my mouse. Forwards. I'm going to. Wait a second. Am I going to do this? Sure. Why not? I'm gonna walk up to this guy. See
Yeah,
him,
I
like,
kind of
crawl
forgot that you
away.
were there. My screen was like just had cut you off. And I scrolled up
I'm
and I was
like,
like, oh, he's crawling away.
Right?
And he like looks up.
Look down and just kind of go bonk, just like whack him with my staff. And I'm like, where you going, buddy? Doink.
Sure, roll the hit. He's
+2.
he's technically prone, so you get advantage.
Cool. That is a 14 to hit.
That'll hit. Give it damage.
Cool. It's a one. It's a one. Why is it? Wait. Why is it 1d6 or 1d8? What?
Whether you use it two-handed or not.
Well, I'm holding on to it because I'm can't like go like this.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler. You need one to kill him, so you're gonna bonk him on the head, and he's just gonna like starfish out on the floor.
I'm then gonna. I've moved. How far have I moved so far? I've literally moved probably only 10 feet. Cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna move another 20. Bing bong. And I'm gonna call out to these two guards and be like, "You're a little bit outnumbered. I don't really feel like killing more people today. Can we like? I'm happy to just pop a squat, have a cup of coffee. I don't know. Maybe we can find a barkeep. Like, this is really not worth it, guys. Plus, like, that's probably really uncomfortable. Surely."
All right. As you're saying this, whether you choose to hear it or not, Nimblefoot, you're up.
I will hear that, and I think as if I can sort of backtrack a little bit as you're saying that, maybe I'm sort of walking up behind this dude here and just standing over him and just say, "Surrender."
Oh, give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, that is not good. That one is off the table. Fuck. It's an 8.
What's your intimidation?
0 plus 0.
0. you walk up to him and you're like, "Surrender." And he's
I'm
just
too gentle.
and he's just like, "No." It's almost like when it comes out of your mouth, you're suggesting it. You're like, "Surrender." And he's like, "Absolutely not."
Have you thought about it?
You can tell that he is not going to, so you can still use your action and bonus action, as saying surrender is a free action.
What have I got here? I think I might use the base of the Warhammer to sort of just grumble to myself and just fine. And just as I swing the sort of handle of the Warhammer over and just sort of try and clock him in the side of the head, trying to make him unconscious.
Yep, so you can choose to do non-lethal damage.
Oh, yes.
Which is perfect in this situation. Obviously, it doesn't occur when you're like shooting an arrow at someone or you're using like a ray of disintegration. You can't choose to make that non-lethal, but base of a Warhammer, absolutely.
Yeah, easy.
So he is restrained. So does that? I believe that gives you advantage on the roll.
Yeah.
So because he's not moving.
Oh my god, that's 25.
That'll just hit.
Just. Do I need damage at that point?
Yeah, roll damage anyway. Just go for your like one-handed Warhammer damage.
One-handed.
Just because it's the base of the weapon.
Yeah, of course. That is 6.
6. Nice.
Bludgeoning.
That's a big hit on him. So you can see that he's seriously reconsidering that offer that you gave him.
Maybe this will make you listen.
Nice.
I don't think I have a oh, I could follow through with an unarmed strike. Nah. I think I'll just stand there menacingly.
Yeah, sure. Juan, you're up.
Yeah, seeing this guy not want to surrender, as so graciously suggested by our, to be fair, big fucking scary friend, like, still would have probably surrendered if that was me. take a little hit, sort of think about it for a second, and I'll walk over to this guy just at the edge of the thing, and I'll sort of just be like lightly sort of playing music to myself now, just sort of quieting down now that there's only two of them, both restrained, and I'll look over to the guy that's being sort of beaten to try and get information out of him, and I'll just make eye contact with the one down here and like, whoever tells us the most information's probably going to survive this whole thing. He doesn't look like he's telling much. What if he does? What if he tells more than you? Maybe you tell us everything we need to know, and I'm going to suggest that he tells us everything we need to know.
Well done, well done. Is that a wisdom save, I believe?
It is a wisdom save.
It's
Also,
a natural
sort of
one.
hoping- Oh, nice.
So he turns. I'm going to get him to respond before your turn, Seamus. And he turns, and you see just terror fill his eyes, and he drops his. He's still restrained, but he drops his bag, and some more trinkets and stuff come out, and he starts stumbling and muttering, and then basically what comes out is, "We were sent for the ritual. The Angel of the Mountains. She needs sacrifices. To get there, you need trinkets. The old man. We had a deal. The feathers. Only take people without the feathers." And we'll basically say that he has taken, or they have taken townsfolk for a sacrifice in the mountains.
Is Rittleton one of the townsfolk they've taken?
That's a question you might have to ask later. But Rittleton is not here.
Gotcha. Cool.
And then he'll kind of be like, "Oh, is that enough? Is that enough?" And as he's saying that, Seamus, it's your turn. Did you catch that, JJ? What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I got hit.
I guess I'll jump back over the bar and kind of meander my way down this way. Look at the poor fellow who was crawling away and just got clobbered in the head. Such a poor fellow.
Bonk.
Now that is quite much more gentlemanly. Wouldn't you agree? I'm just gonna let this play out for a second.
Sure.
That's all I'm gonna do. You know what? I'll use my action to come a lot closer.
Sure. So, unless anyone else is prepared to be doing damage, I'm going to say that we're going to go out of initiative, and you have these two restrained in these vines. Nice. All right. So, anyone can go in any order. Let's go back to this.
I'm pretty keen to go back. Where is the head? Is the guy that's contra? We made
I think you pushed his head into the floorboards and
Yeah.
sort of mushed it everywhere.
I wouldn't say mushed
Yeah.
it, but like the big hit to the back of his head is he's out for the count.
I'm going. He's like right below me then. Well, just behind me. I'm gonna turn around and start like rifling through his shit and see if there's anything like
Sure.
a hint, or I'm not really looking to pickpocket, or if there is anything that's of any like good use. Sure, but this is more looking for clues.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Fuck yeah, I can. Investigation. Ooh. That's good. 8.
8. This guy doesn't really seem to have much on him. He's got a dagger. He's got, a vial of this clouded green gas, because he hasn't used his. But yeah, you can take that. But otherwise, he doesn't have anything else of note on him.
I'm gonna take the dagger because I don't really have a melee weapon other than my staff.
Sure, you take the dagger. It's just a simple dagger.
Is your
Um,
friend ready to cooperate, Nimblefoot?
I look over at Seamus. I guess the tavern is more lively than we thought. And I look down at the thief in front of me. Did we say what they are? He's just a human.
Yeah, just
I look down at him and... Well, are you ready to talk?
yes, he hears the other one information that he said. He's like, no, I can tell you more. We are sent by the three. They are praising to the angel of the mountains. We are to bring people from the town. We had a deal that we wouldn't take too many as to not be suspicious. The old man outside, he said he would protect some where he sees fit. The others we were free to take, but there was no information about fighting back. That was not part of the deal. He seems frustrated, and then the other one starts chiming in and goes, "No, but to get to the mountain, you've got to go up the pass and pass the orc, the orc with the trinkets. We got to offer the trinkets." And then the first one starts chiming in, and he goes, "No, that's not true. Don't listen to him. Listen to me." And they're just basically starting to argue between each other now.
Enough.
It worked a little bit. I was really hoping that suggesting to the one that didn't get beat, the more information you get doesn't get you killed, would help trigger the other dude to be like, I don't want to fucking die, I've already been hit, and give us some information.
I imagine he has quite the headache.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that fucking back of a warhammer. Just
But yeah, they're just now arguing at each other about what's fact and what's not. But that's as much information as you get out of them.
Yeah, I just say enough, just to silence him, just to shut him up.
They do. They shut up right away.
Well, it seems we have the pressing matter of a bunch of dear, harmless, innocent villagers about to be sacrificed to a angel of a mountain.
Yeah, I think we ought to make our way up that mountain pass.
It's unfortunate we don't have a guide.
They both look at each other. I'm the best guide. No, I will be the best guide. No, don't listen to him. He's only travelled it once. No, he's not travelled it once. I've travelled it once. I grew up in this village. And they just start going at each other again.
As they start going at each other, I'm gonna grip in my staff, and the vines start to like creep up even more.
I rest my hands on this dude's shoulders, who I assume is sort of
Yeah.
kind of facing away from me, or whatever. This one here needs medical attention. Let's take him to the local healer, and points at the other guy. You're coming with us.
Nice. It is like midnight. So you're assuming that no one else will be awake in the town?
Didn't even get a rest in. Come on, guys.
And
What a
probably
nightmare.
at this point as well, you probably know that if you were to go and just lie down for 4 hours, you wouldn't get the benefit. Like your choice is to act now or to wait 4 hours and see if the sacrifice happens within that time or whatever.
Tell you what, he's only got a concussion. I'll walk over to him. I'll walk over to the bar. I'll grab a thing of whiskey, pour a shot, walk over, pour it down the injured one's mouth.
Oh,
I'll tie him up, put him next to the bar. You, show us the way. And I'm going to suggest that he shows us the way, because that lasts for 8 hours.
nice. He will go, yes, and he will just start to walk and then kind of still be stuck in these vines.
I kind of just like the energy from the because at the moment my staff is like wrapping in vines as well. They kind of shrivel or go away. And
Yeah. Nice. So you lay one of them by the bar.
I'll tie up this one.
And
I can't carry him.
no. And the other one will be starting to walk out of the bar, if you so choose to follow. Yes.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Turns around.
You'll need your trinkets. Unless you want to have a problem with a very feisty trinket orc.
He looks down at the bag. Yes. Walks over to it, picks it up, pulls it over his shoulder, and starts walking out the door.
Well, I knew feathers could tell good stories. Shall we?
You shall.
Let's go.
As you go out into the night and start following this bandit, as it were, he leads you out of the town, which is sitting silently, and you realize now that like there is things missing. It seems like the blacksmith hasn't been opened for a couple of days, and the marketplace is only half used. But he will lead you out of town and to the mountain pass. I think there is a good time for a coffee break as we head into the mountains and the dawn of the next day.
I need to take a piss.
I'm glad we got that on recording.
Oh no! So ladylike.
Realistic.
So while we would have, you resumed. Sorry.
I've resumed, but you can ask your question.
While we would have been walking, to the mountain pass, I would have asked the our little companion, who else have you taken from this town? The town seems pretty quiet.
Yeah,
Besides the obvious.
as the journey starts and you ask these kind of questions, he will say that over the last few weeks they've been taking 1 or 2 people per night, as to not be suspicious, but at the same time they need a certain amount of people, or the 3, he keeps calling them the 3, need a certain amount of people to complete this ritual, complete this sacrifice. You can tell that he hasn't been told a lot of details. But he's gone down to the village, grabbed people that don't have a feather outside their door, and then taken them prisoner. The journey to the mountains takes a couple of hours. And the path reaches high altitudes quite quickly. It's very steep in some parts. But before long, the sun starts to rise. It tints the sky with orange, and the air becomes a bit thin as you get higher and higher. Up above, you are walking along the side of the mountain, and you see what looks like bones of an old dragon or beast of long ago, embedded in the mountain. And inside this kind of almost rib cage of a platform, you can see a green-skinned, maybe 7-foot tall, tusked creature that has piercings and earrings and chains, but the closer you get, you see that these are all made out of bits and bobs, not actual jewelry. Your guide will kind of halter and go, he'll pass the sack to Nimblefoot. You must talk with her and give her payment to pass. And you will see this as you approach.
Other than I am. I'll take the sack off him and peer inside and see what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, this sack looks like it's filled with things from the bar. So plates, cutlery, some cups, some wine glasses.
You call these trinkets?
He just kind of like is bowing his head to you and goes, "You must talk." And this orc in the center of the platform is kind of like moving around, kind of moving bits and pieces on the ground, and just talking in Orcish.
As you are like kind of looking through, I'm gonna come up to the side of you and put a hand on your shoulder and be like, "Look, I have faith in you. All right?" And I'll cast guidance.
Guidance, nice. So what does guidance give?
I literally just had it up. Where did it go? That
It's a
is
D4 to a skill check.
So you can add a d4 to a skill check. The orc doesn't seem to have noticed you guys yet, so you can pre-plan this.
With the is a skill. I don't have to nominate that skill check. It's just any sort of skill check. Was it like an hour or something? It lasts.
I think so.
Within the next minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be the first skill check you do, but you can choose which one it is. But it is used once.
Look, we've learned I'm not very intimidating.
Look, like everyone has like things to improve on, but like, as I'm like nibbling on my food as I'm walking.
Just your rations.
We can be perfectly diplomatic about this situation. I happen to speak the language.
I don't think we have to be aggressive about it. Just maybe just give the guy what he girl what he wants. I kind of like give him what he wants.
It does look female.
If
Look, you
This
never know.
is-
They might swing both ways. I don't know.
if this is what they want, then sure, let's go. And maybe before we even cross that was like a spine bridge, maybe just call out to this say goblin
More orc.
or creature. Ho, friend.
Kind of turns around
we-
to you and kind of like, oh, and like almost like in the ring, skitters over to you. Even though it's big and muscly, it moves with a little bit of nimbleness, and probably like comes up to you and goes, oh, passes by on the mountain pass.
May we pass?
Oh,
I have trinkets.
oh,
shrugs.
trinkets. What does one do with trinkets? Only treasure. Only treasure.
Did I say trinkets? I meant treasure, please. A gift
Kind
for
of
you.
frowns and tries to like see the bag from the other side. Like tries to puts herself up and is like trying to look in the bag. Where's the treasure?
I promise you this is treasure.
Ah.
It was treasure to the man they stole it from.
So, the wind kind of like blows away that little. Okay, only you, come forth.
How close does he want me?
Probably off the spine bridge. As you move up, and he goes, ah, that's far enough. This treasure, it's yours.
Yes.
Narrows her eyes at you, takes a step forward, and you realize that like she kind of matches you in height, but if not a bit more broader, even though she's kind of like moving very nimbly. And now you can see even like there's sticks that have been turned into a bracelet, and there's a piece of fur that's been used as a leg wrap. It's all bits and pieces and odds and bobs. And she goes, oh, then tell me, what is the story behind this treasure? And I will take it as payment. As you open the sack and look in again at some knives and forks and plates.
My home was destroyed. It was lost. These are my only prized possessions that I have left. The only memories I have of this home.
Give me...
I
Go on.
heard there was an opportunity for adventure, for honor, further up this mountain, and we wish to gain passage.
Give me a persuasion or deception with advantage and guidance if you choose.
Do I have to tell you which one? that's
Yeah,
with
it doesn't
advantage.
matter which one. It's up to your choice. I know you are deceiving her. I know you're lying, but I feel like you can choose persuasion here.
I'll do persuasion, and I will add my D4. And that was 16.
16
The
total.
second roll was a 1, so I'm glad you gave me advantage. 16 total.
She looks over into the sack and pulls out one of the plates, and like you can see on the back it says Moonlit Tavern, but she's not looking at it. She's looking at the front of it.
There's no reason for her to believe that's not my home.
This is also true. She doesn't turn it over though. She puts it back in and she goes, "A tale worth telling, a traveler worth adventure." She takes the sack and steps aside for you.
Oh, and one more thing from my home. I pulls out the feather
Oh,
and hands it to her. A gift as well. For you.
takes it and looks over it. You see that her mood has shifted upwards, which might help one of your compatriots as she gestures that you may pass.
This will keep you safe, as it kept me safe.
She nods and puts it into her like dreads up the top. It kind of just sticks out.
Beautiful.
The rest of you see Lightfoot bow down and start moving past as she turns and goes, "Next story."
See you, suckers.
Oy, oy.
And she steps back into the path.
I turn back and maybe rest my foot on this rock.
I was going to say, do you choose to leave the platform or are you going to wait?
I kind of look back and see that nobody's following, and hear her say that.
Yeah,
Just
DM,
kind of stand there and fold my arms.
sure.
as that was all going on, would I have been able to survey my surroundings on the ground? Would there be any type of what's the word? Flower, remnants of flowers, or any type of like growth on the ground that I could pluck and pick?
Yeah. Give me a nature check.
Hell yeah. Ooh. Fuck. I was like, that was a good roll. 15.
Oh yeah, 15's fine. Yeah, there are some wildflowers up here.
Amazing. Whilst that's all going down, I'm going to be plucking them and tying them to the dagger I yoinked.
Very nice.
And I will then, once Nimblefoot moves on and she goes, "Next story," I'm gonna move forward and I'm gonna hand out this dagger. I know it's, and I'm gonna say,
Sure.
"Man, I know it's not much," and I kind of get through the whole like innocence, using kind of my like delicate self. I'm very kind of whimsical looking, so tapping into that side. But this was a very special dagger to my mother that she bestowed upon me on my journey as I'm exploring this world to find self-growth and love. And as I'm saying self-growth, I'm going to cast Druidcraft onto the flowers, and they start to bloom a bit bigger and
Oh.
kind of like spiral around. And I'm like, it's kept me safe, and it's a good memory of home. So, but I would like to pass on that security to you, if you allow me such graciousness to pass.
She looks down at the flowers and sees them blooming in her eyes. Ooh. And then she kind of looks at the blade and sees almost the blade side of it and goes, "Oh, no, dangerous, oh, sharp. Oh, not treasure. Oh, that's harmful."
It's a
But then
It's
the
a
flowers start
treasure.
growing again. So I'm going to give you an advantage roll, but it needs to be deception.
Oy, oy.
As you can tell that offering a weapon doesn't seem to be as pleasing to her. But the flowers have made a difference for sure.
Deception. That is a 14.
14. A tale to tell, another adventurer. You may pass. And she steps aside and takes the dagger off you. Next story!
Say this, Druidcraft only lasts a minute.
Oh,
so,
better hurry up then.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll move forwards and I'll whisper
you
it
could
to,
you could subtly keep druid crafting
Yes. It is a cantrip.
I have to touch it.
for a while.
Oh, we're gonna touch it.
Do I have to touch it?
I don't know.
Don't think so.
While you
Oh,
figure that
it's
out.
an action, yeah, it's a 30-foot spell, so I could subtly just kind of like, I'm holding my staff and I keep kind of like tapping it like this.
Yep. Love
It's
it.
almost like the flowers and the on this branch start to also do the same kind of thing, subtly though, as that power, that energy.
I gotcha. I
fully
gotcha.
Focus on that knife.
She's not so focused on the knife anymore. She turns around and goes, next story. The mountain's kind of almost cringe at the shrill of her voice. Who's stepping up next? It looks like our Seder friend.
Yeah, well, why don't you step this way as well, Seamus? I'm sure this lady has heard of this treasure. She seems to be pretty knowledgeable on expensive good things, and I'm going to pull the pan flute out, and I'll be like, this is obviously, recognizably, the pan flute of the great Theodorus. You've obviously heard of him, a great musical follower yourself, I'm sure. In the stories you could tell, adventures, if you had this little pan flute. Listen to it, and I'm going to play a little tune on it as well. Not casting anything, but just showing that it's a nice pan flute, and I'll sort of pull it down. And that, before I picked it up, I wasn't even that good, but it's almost like it's so good that you become good. Is that going to be worth two people getting through? We've got things to do, people to see. We don't want to hold you up.
She will listen to this performance. And that is the role I'm going to get you to do.
Oh. Okay. Come on, guys. Good rolls. That's not a great roll. But it might do. It's a 14.
14 is sufficient. And she goes, oh, a tale to sing. Her adventures past. One item, one soul, though. She steps aside for you and lets you pass.
Well,
Oh, don't you mind me, Juan. I am a big fan of those who enjoy to tell their stories. And I have some good ones. I will reach behind my belt and I will produce a magnifying glass and a steel mirror.
Okay.
These are the tools of my trade. You see, when I was a very young lad, I was taken away from my family. Well, they went missing, in fact. Some bad men decided to take them away from me, and I was left to try and discover their whereabouts. That led me on the path of becoming what I am today. An investigator, a solver of mysteries. And these tools have been with me for many years. They've found murderers, they've discovered victims, they've returned children to lost families. Why, these two items in themselves have hundreds of stories to tell.
She leans forward. And I think you can give me persuasion with advantage. As I believe you're probably telling the truth here.
Yeah?
Something tells me she doesn't.
Well, I am being very truthful.
Yes.
However, that was a 1 and a 2
Oh no.
for a total of 6.
Oh no. however truthful you may be being, she looks down at these items and goes, don't understand how one thing can have so many different stories. Lies. Lies.
Hmm.
Are you tricking me? The rest of
No.
you hear her say this as well.
Wait. I step forward a few. I reach into my pocket and I pull out. Where is my inventory? I've got a little baggie of 4 or 5 gold pieces, and I just reach out and just drop it on the ground in front of me, and she can hear the jingle of
Yeah.
the gold coins.
Turns to you and sees you drop the bag on the ground.
Treasure, you said.
Closes her eyes or squints at it and goes, only treasure with a story. As you see her kind of starting to like move her hands in a weird way, and you can almost see some magical energy starting to appear around her. She's this is your chance.
I'm gonna take a step forward and sort of look to her hands, and I'll be like, "Oh, Seamus, no! That treasure's too close to you. Surely you have something else."
Oh,
Well, many of my stories do come with tricks. Perhaps that's something you're more interested in. And I will reach behind me and pull off a patch and kind of toss it, and it flutters in the air before, in a quick flash of light, stretches and forms into a full-blown riding horse with saddlebags.
oh. She looks at the horse and, oh, interesting proposition. She kind of looks over it and, yeah, that's pretty impressive. Walks over to the horse. Is it like it's physically there?
It's a real-ass horse with saddlebags.
Oh. I think a grin smirks across her face. This is enough to pass for today. And she looks at the horse as a little bit of saliva starts going down her mouth and starts ripping into this thing. She is over here distracted by the horse.
That is not what I expected to happen. We should move.
Seamus.
Quickly. Let's
Let's
just...
go. I reach down and grab my
4 gold.
gold bag. Let's go. Quite. Oh my god! What is somebody doing on that?
They're doing their big movements. As you leave the sounds of ravaging hunger behind you, the follower will also quickly jump across and run to catch up with you guys. Not far now, not far. And he continues walking on, leaving that in the distance behind you, sacrificing not a mount that you bought or anything, which is at least a little bit of peace of mind. Another hour or so passes before you reach a mountain cave, a mouth in the side of the cave. The guide, the bandit, will go, no further, no further. I don't enter, no further. It is for you now, not me. Please, let me go. I've done what you've asked.
I would say he's done a pretty good job.
Try not to get eaten on the way down.
No, please let me go and I won't have to serve the 3 anymore. I will be a good citizen, I promise. I will go far from here.
There's a vacancy at the bar that you might want to go repay the damage that you've wrought.
Yes. Do you have gold I can pass on to them?
No.
He looks a bit. Thank you. I will treasure this gift. And he'll like start backing up of you will allow him to leave.
His name was Pickles.
He's already left.
Pickles will live forever in our hearts.
R.I.P. Pickles.
And temporarily in an orcish stomach.
And as you leave, as he leaves, you turn around and see in front of you the mouth of the cave. What would you like to do?
I will pull out my bullseye lantern.
Pull it out and turn it on. A beam of light comes out. Not so noticeable now that the sun is rising, but you can tell that it could probably be very useful inside the cave.
I think I'll also, pull the torch out of my backpack and light that as well.
Nice. The flame
do need
comes up on it. That's just like a torch on the end of a stick kind of thing, whereas
Yeah.
Seamus's is a bit more directional.
What does that cast as well?
Um,
Burns for 1 hour, providing 20-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
yeah, so you can see kind of what's right in front of you.
Well, I suppose things are about to get a little heavy. I'm gonna tune my guitar down to drop D.
Nice.
Yes.
I kind of look at everyone like doing this stuff, and I'm like, rummage through my stuff, realize I have no form of light on me.
Go for a lantern.
Yeah.
Oh. Hold on, there's another one in here somewhere.
Or I've got another.
Oh.
Never mind.
And I kind of like hold out my staff, and you can like hang it on a little branch
Nice.
that's popping out, and so I have a little lantern on my staff now.
Nice. So everyone has adequate light.
Just an intrusive thought that goes through my mind would just be looking at Juan's horns and just like, no. Just shake my head to clear.
Those are not for hanging lanterns on. Stepping forward into this cave, you find yourself in an opening, almost would you call it a lobby area for a cave, and on the ground you see rubble and dust and kind of scratches, big and small. In front of you there are 3 tunnels leading away, and I'll give you a bit of a visualization.
Can I seeing these scratches, on top of that, can I kind of bend down and kind of survey the ground, survey the scratches and trajectories, and see if what kind of direction is the most kind of like foot trafficked or
Sure.
east traffic?
Give me an investigation check.
Sorry?
Investigation.
Investigation. 12.
12. You will see that a lot of the scratches and what looks like scuffling have gone down this way.
Okay.
But then you see foot traffic has gone this way. And this way.
I turn to everyone and I'm like, now the question is we've got 2 options for foot traffic, but 1 option for kind of scratches and scuffling. So, 50-50 or bad?
They were dragging prisoners. That might be the result of the scuffling we're seeing here.
Good point. But if we go towards prisoners, which is a good thing, I'll put firstly, most likely gonna be come faced with probably conflict or more baddies.
I hate to tell you, I think that's kind of the point.
Oh,
I'm in the wrong line of
Kinda
business.
pawns on that.
Welcome to Murder Mysteries, Lash. Always gonna have a run-in with the bad guy. I'd say good call. We're here for prisoners. Let's set them free. Can't do a ritual without a sacrifice.
prisoners.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's going first, and what corridor are you looking into?
You know what?
Yeah,
This one.
I'm a big fan of letting the big man go first.
Seamus, do you mind? Or
Oh, be my guest. I'm not the subtlest of folks.
I'm more than happy to go at the rear.
subtle doesn't really look at me.
All right, so that's the marching order.
Should maybe. What are you, Senna? Sorry. Are you a druid?
I am a druid.
Is there any form you can take that may be a little bit more subtle?
Yeah, but there's slight complications around how many times I can access that. I'm just a bit worried. Maybe like it could be utilized as a like an escape. Maybe I'm holding on to it for maybe something a little bit more clear because I don't want to throw it out the window and it'll be useless. But a good point though. I'll keep that in mind just in case.
Looks around. Don't see any windows. But okay.
I can help you.
I don't know. Just I'll keep it in mind. It's just I've only got kind of a little more access to it.
We're not
unfortunately.
very subtle with these torches anyway at the moment.
Mm. As you say
Let's-
that, I'm gonna do a little duty.
Do a little dance.
And I'm going to. You'll see this like almost light blue energy light from this moonstone on my
Ooh.
staff. And
Let me risk a little more light.
it will dissipate. And I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
As you
so
see
for
this
an hour, everyone gets a +10 to dexterity and stealth checks. It's dexterity stealth checks. And
Yeah,
can't
not
be tracked
and.
except by magical means, and creatures that receive this bonus leave behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Nice. So it's only for stealth checks, not dexterity checks.
Sorry, I saw the brackets. I was like, oh.
Nice. As you see this moon light kind of go around all your ankles and kind of offset the shadows of where you're standing and offset the light from all your torches. But as you move forward down this corridor, oops,
Appreciate it, Senna.
what you see in front of you, shall move you guys here. What you see in front of you is a open space that has a red glow in the bottom western corner. It seems going into a mountain. You've might have uncovered some magma or, heart of the mountain kind of glow. But the three things you do notice are 3 sets of cages. And inside each cage is about 5 to 8 humans, looks like villagers, all kind of huddled up and bound and heads down. So I'll just reveal that now. So these are the cages down here.
You said there were 5.
Three cages, 5 to 8 people in each cage.
In each. Okay.
But they don't seem to look up at any of the light coming down the corridor or the footsteps that you are not leaving behind. What you do here is from the north, a couple of murmuring voices. Sounds like low conversation. Oh, I should be back any moment now.
Sounds like they're expecting someone.
Probably our friends from the tavern. I'll just like cover down the shade on the lantern so it stops producing light.
Sure. You notice that the part of that trace is actually kind of deflecting it anyway.
I see
There's
you do
the-
that with that lantern, and I kind of like trying to
Trying to figure it out.
try to figure it out. Like, usually this
And that-
works.
I just
Right. Noise
reach over
coming
and
from the north.
click the little lever on the side.
Oh,
Say again, Dale?
If I move forward a little bit.
The noise is coming from like up here.
Yeah.
Up here, yeah.
Okay, if we get down to like this sort of area, and I'll see that it looks like there's like a corner sort of thing. All right, I got a wee plan. Give me a minute. I'll try and keep their eyes up to that forward tunnel back there. You guys can maybe start trying to break those chains. You know what I mean? Okay, let me just.
I think I've heard that one before.
I'm gonna just sort of start shuffling my guitar down and sort of slide it in and wrap my jacket around it, sort of pull as much of my like exterior in as possible, and then just pull out like a little gong thing. It's probably only about that big, and just sort of give it a little thing as it sort of makes a little sound, and I'll tune into that energy coming off the music, and I'm going to cast Disguise Self on me again, and I'm going to disguise myself as the guy that I was casting Suggestion on.
Oh, very nice. As you take form of a robed bandit, with a dagger and everything, and your horns kind of shrink in, and they almost kind of turn into the hood.
Yeah.
But you have cast Disguise Self.
Okay, wish me luck. And I'll start sort of slowly walking up to about there.
Sure.
And then once I get there, sort of quietly, I'll just like loudly start walking towards this way and sort of coughing and making noise to alert these guys that I've started walking that way.
Understood. We
I'll be
will,
ushering the others.
yeah, come back to you in a second. But what is
Okay.
everyone else doing?
Oh yes, I'm just going to, as quietly as possible, start sneaking down this.
Nice. The closer you get, you notice that the civilians don't even notice that you're there. They kind of just heads down, and you get closer and closer, and they're kind of just, you know, all there huddling together. Oh, what would you like to do?
Oh yeah, we go
Oh.
keep.
Yeah, be moving up as well.
Mm-hmm. All three of you.
How big is this this sort of ledge or something?
It's about a couple of feet drop. There are stairs there, but you can easily just step down it.
I think I will take those stairs as well
Nice.
and go for maybe this closest cage, which has probably the best chance of maybe seeing who's around this corner up here. If anybody were to come down.
Sure.
And before I do anything else, I'll let Senna move up.
I'm gonna move up and see you guys going to work on these cages and be like, if you don't mind, I'm going to perch myself up here quietly. Oh, hold up. What is the diameter of these squares, Reese?
5 foot.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
As you move around there, Senna, you do see that across. It's a very slow moving flow of magma. It just seems to be part of the mountain. But what you see on the other side is what seems like a chest of some sort. Seems to be hidden away. A padlock on it as well. And I would say for Seamus and Nimblefoot, you do notice that each of these cages have padlocks on them too.
Breaking these padlocks will be loud.
Yeah.
Seamus.
Do I see anything further on? So, like this little section down here, Reese? What is.
That would have to be, like, this is the rock here, so you'd have to go out and around to look at it.
Cool.
But you do see that there's kind of like a platform ish here.
Yeah. Seeing that, I was just going around to check if there was any potential like way someone else could come from that direction, which there is, but it's not as like easily accessed as I thought it would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move myself back to this cage and start working on figuring out how to get these guys out.
Sure. As all three of you approach your cage, we'll jump back up to 1.
Is it particularly dark?
It is
In this
quite
area?
yeah, it's quite dark. Your
we can't
torches
really
are the only
see.
light.
Yeah, okay.
1, you move up and around the corner, and you see a bit of firelight from where you're looking. And as you do, the conversations come to an end as they hear you approaching. As you see 3 figures with iron masks on. I'll just enlarge one so you can see what they look like.
Okay.
As
Okay.
they turn and stop conversation, he goes, "Who's there?" You're muted.
Let's just stick to the plan, stick to the plan, stick to the plan, stick to the plan. I'll sort of half expecting to see more people that just sort of looked like me. Almost be a little taken aback. And it was, I don't know, a trap or there's 4 rooms. None of them put the feathers down. We tried to take them, but they ambushed us. They got the rest of them. I barely got away with my life.
Easy,
please.
easy. One of them starts approaching you. Actually, he'd go up and around the stairs. But he's going to make his way right over to you if you let him.
Yeah, I'll sort of, as he's getting close, I'll drop down to a knee and just be like, some water, please.
Walks over to you and you see the iron mask kind of sitting there and he goes, "It's okay. It's okay. You did well. You did your job. You made it back. But none of the others did?"
No, they gave chase. A few of us got out and we were running and they got one and got another. I honestly, I don't know if they were close behind me or not. You might want to send someone to go and check the entry, or I don't know.
Calm yourself. We're doing well. The time is almost upon us. You see him grin. We have enough. It will be sufficient. It's always nice to have a little extra, though. Turns to the others and says, "The prisoners. We'll start bringing them forward. You have done such a good job. And the angel will forgive you in the next life." And he reaches down and puts his hand on your shoulder. "We appreciate all you have done for us." And he will cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh. Okay.
Would you like to react before I roll to
I
hit?
mean, I suppose I suppose hearing him say, "We'll go and get the prisoners now," I'm gonna think, "Fuck, that was not gonna be the plan. I need to just check these guys." Oh fuck. Yeah, I suppose if he's reaching down towards me, and to be fair, if I hear him say "in the next life," I'm gonna think, "Oh fuck this," and I'm going to break my what's it called? I'm going to break my disguise self and have the guitar almost ready in position. I'm just going to slam down on it. I'm going to cast Thunderclap.
Oh, fuck yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, cultists aren't good to their
Thunderclap is gonna make a fucking loud sound.
It's gonna
right?
make a
It is
big
gonna make
bang.
a
There's a
thunderous
300
sound. It's 100 foot away. Each creature within range. Oh, it's only a 5 foot range, but the sound can be heard from 100 foot away. As I'm just gonna fucking slam down a chord that it's just gonna.
We can't hear that.
But that is a.
But I'm gonna say
It'll
it
go
will
through the
reverberate, yeah, through the caverns.
Okay.
But let's go through the actions of this first.
That is a Constitution save.
Okay. Oh, that's a 5.
Oh, okay. So it takes. Oh, nice. It takes 5 thunder damage.
5 thunder damage as it and you disappear and step somewhere.
I don't think that's.
Does
Yeah,
Thunderclap
it-
push them?
Don't think it does. I was just trying to read the verse. Each creature within
Thunder
range.
wave there, Michael.
Yeah, that's Thunder Wave.
Okay.
It's just a reaction.
Technically, my head.
No, that's fine. So, as we reverse just a little bit, all three of you see these padlocks on the cages, and at this point, the villagers are starting to like look up and who are you? What are you doing here? They're kind of confused and starting to murmur amongst themselves. You don't know what's happening yet, so how are you acting?
I
We need
immediately
help.
go, the key. Where's the key?
They have them.
Who's? I probably can't hear. Sorry.
And I'll be like, who's they?
The
Speak up.
cultists, the ones that brought us here.
Yeah.
I maybe hear like you murmuring to them, and I come over and sort of.
Yeah, you hear the same information.
Any of you good at picking locks?
Probably, if I had some lockpicks.
Probably.
No.
I have a herbalism kit.
I think we might have to throw subtlety out the window. Let's
could
wait
draw
until we
them.
hear you.
I could draw them a pretty picture, but that's about it.
That one of the villagers looks at you like, "Are you fucking serious?"
I could draw you freedom.
We could try and maybe just like with something metal and shing. Maybe we can.
Looks down at Hammer. This might be a bit loud.
We probably shouldn't have touched this with a 10-foot pole. Ah, here it is. And I'll pull out a patch, and a 10-foot pole will appear in my hand.
Nice.
Yeah, I realize in this situation I'm not the most like useful, but
I mean, you can try your hammer. It is it's like an actual padlock on the door.
Okay, stand aside, Senna.
Mhm.
Do you want me to roll for something?
Yeah, so you'll roll to attack the AC of the lock.
Oh, dual hand.
Yep.
It. 22.
Okay. That almost fits perfectly as Nimblefoot says, "Step back, Senna," and the villagers kind of like almost shuffle back as well a little bit. You kind of grip your warhammer with two hands, line it up the shot of the lockpick, and you heave it over. And as nimble as you've seen Nimblefoot act in the past, when he hits this lockpick, a thunderous clap echoes through the caverns as boom, and the lockpick just like falls off. And you hear the echo of the thunderclap, and then you realize it's come from up behind you, and you hear, and I want everyone to roll initiative.
Woo! Let's go! No.
13 for me.
16.
Hold on.
Wait a
Wait your goddamn turn.
Remember,
All right, Nimblefoot,
16.
Senna,
12.
Seamus,
13.
Cultists. Oh fuck yeah!
Uh-oh.
1.
6.
Oh shit!
Yes.
A 20?
What? Oh my god.
I will take a photo if you want me to.
No.
OP1.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is you hear this thunderclap, and you're going to all get a free round before they can react, as this is kind of taking them by surprise. So, we're going to start with Nimblefoot. You crash your hammer down, and this lockpick falls down, and the villagers are kind of like, what the heck was that? And you hear the thunderclap has come from behind you.
Oh, what have I got?
So, for an action, you can use dash, which is your full movement again.
Oh yeah,
So you can basically move double movement.
yeah. I would say look to the townsfolk and just stay here, don't move, and dash, which is give me 80 feet, right?
What's your movement speed?
40.
Then that's right.
Do I have to count out each sort of square?
No, you should be able to measure.
If I just measure like that, that's not gonna really
If you hold your character,
You
go, Michael.
hold him.
yeah, so if you left click to pick your character up and then just tap your right click in the space that you're in,
Oh yeah.
it'll allow you to, as you're dragging, to do your measurements as well. And wherever you let go, you'll appear.
Yeah, that is awesome. It kind of comes from all around. I don't know what's around that corner.
You did hear the thunderclap come from up here.
Okay, I will head that way then. That seems to be as far as I can go. And I don't think I can really do anything in bonus. I will, at some point, have drawn my bow, if you would let me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, if
You can
that's-
do that as
yeah,
you're running.
as I'm running, yep. And with a bonus... Oh no, that's when attacking. Never mind, that is me.
Oh, good. You just start running as fast as you can up to your friend. Seamus.
I guess that's our cue. I'll slide the 10-foot pole in behind the padlock and just try to use leverage and strength to snap it on this cage.
On your one? Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, just give me a strength check.
9.
9. It bends for a long time, but then it finally snaps off. It wasn't a hard difficulty. It's not a strong padlock, but yeah, you use your
Okay.
action.
Yep. Sweet. So my stick didn't snap, the lock did.
Correct.
Awesome. Right, stay put. We'll tell you when it's safe. And I'll take off
Nice.
with my 30 feet of movement.
Brr.
Come now, Senna.
Scoot, scoot. Yeah, that does bring us to center.
I kind of see this happen, and I'm like, see the other cage, and I'm like, I'm not strong, but
Get creative.
I kind of like look at my staff, have this moment of realization, and I like hold my hand out with the staff and say, I kind of mutter underneath my breath these words, "Be with me," as my staff will shift into like start to like bend and almost like slither up my arm and around my back as its shape changes into a constrictor snake.
Nice.
And I will it becomes so Reese, it has its own initiative.
Yep. You can roll for that.
Yeah. Would you allow me to take its action on my turn now, or would you rather it?
Oh. Gets just sped. There you go. You can have a snake there.
Bye, Michael.
He'll be back.
Snake. Aw. Do you want me to roll for it?
Yes, please.
Ooh, not bad. That's a 15. Snake.
Makes
15.
better than-
Yes, you can take its turn now.
I will then send it over, I kind of extend it out and it slithers down towards the cage's padlock, and I want it to wrap around and try and crush the padlock with
Nice.
its force of the body.
Give me a strength check from the snake then.
Snake.
Slippery snake.
What was it?
14.
Yeah, it wraps around the padlock and squeezes, and it kind of like bends and then snaps. So all 3 padlocks have been unlocked.
And I kind of look at all of them and be like, keep safe. Anything, get out of here. But be careful. I would suggest, wait for us. But at the end of the day, look after yourselves. And I would start running off.
Nice.
Mama, where's my page? Yeah, I'm gonna myself as fast as I can. As far as I can, so here. The constrictor snake. Obviously it's gonna kind of move on its own on its turn, but what's the constrictor snake? It has 30-foot movement as well, but it's gonna kind of be more paired with me at the moment, so it'll kind of chill with me. If that's okay.
Gotcha.
And I'll pass both of its turns. Let's
Nice.
see.
That brings us to end of the surprise round, which is 1. So you can have a full turn now before they start.
Yeah, gotcha. What do we want to do here?
They are all looking at this satyr that is in their cave.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure are. They sure are. Shipwrecks. Okay. 35 would get me there. Or I can run that way.
I will say that this guy is like stunned from that thunderclap, so like he won't take an opportunity attack.
Okay. Maybe I run this way. Yeah, I'll sort of slam down on the guitar, fucking do a little hop, skip, and a jump, and move over to there. I think actually I can.
It'll probably give you vision from around the corner as well. But go on.
Yeah, one second. I think that's only going to get one of them. Does this guy seem like he was in charge of these two, or is he just the closest one to me, so he
He's-
was moving?
Just the closest one to you.
Yeah, cool. In that case, I am going to assume that loud bang was heard by my friends down here, and I'm sort of just going to shout out and be like, a little help up here, guys! And I'm going to sort of slide my fingers down and start shredding little high notes as all these little things are going to sort of fly out of my guitar. And what's the distance on that? 60. Yeah, I suppose because he's going to be... Yeah, I'll cast it on this guy down here.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to cast Fairy Fire
Oh,
on
nice.
him.
He will illuminate in a color.
As all these little high notes start flying out of the guitar and sort of splashing into him, lighting him up.
Love it. Love it.
There's going to be... Yeah.
So
another spell
anyone's
slot.
got advantage on striking that guy.
Yeah.
as he lights up. All right, cool. That brings us to top of the round, and they are going to begin addressing this intruder. When you yell out, "Guys, up here," the bottom one will turn and go, and kind of start moving his hands as flames start rounding his fingers, and he's going to hold an action. The Fairy Fire dude is going to go, "Keep him busy. I'll keep them safe." And he's going to use Action Dash to start running around this corner here. And the guy that went to cast Inflict Wounds on you is going to try and cast Hold Person on you, Dale.
Ooh-wee.
So, Hold Person is a Wisdom save from you.
Wisdom save. Okay. Ah, this is a spell or other magical ability.
Sure is.
Oh, have advantage.
Go for it.
Oh, fuck off. That's a 6.
A 6. As you feel your limbs start seizing up and you become paralyzed, he'll slowly step over to you and rest his hand on your shoulder again, waiting for next turn.
That'll break my concentration, I assume, being paralyzed.
That will break your concentration, so Fairy Fire drops on this guy. Womp. Womp. Nimblefoot, you're up.
Alrighty. What is the distance here? I might just take it sort of one step at a time. Oh, actually, how many steps is that even? Oh yeah, I can move. 1, 2, 3. From there, can I see anything?
Yeah,
Can I see this dude?
you can see, yeah, definitely him. So basically it's a straight line of sight. So if you can draw that, then you can see him.
Okay. Because I might not even... Because I don't know what's around the corner, theoretically. I might just aim and shoot at him with my longbow.
Sure, as you round the corner and start drawing at the same time, go for an attack.
And I'm going to use my... Oh, it depends if I land it. Let's see. Where did you go, dice? Oh, that is not great. 10.
10 total.
Yeah.
Your arrow flies straight past him.
Big yuck. I will stay there.
All right. As you round the corner and fire your arrow, you see that he is waiting for someone to round that corner, and he lets out a flame from his hand as it comes towards you. So he's using his held action.
Yep.
That's going to be a 12 to hit. So what's your AC?
15.
15. So you kind of like fire off your bow and then take a duck as this firebolt flies past you. And neither of you hit. Yeah. But
Christ.
the other two of you will see this firebolt just hit the wall of the cavern. Anything else you'd like to do? Any more movement? Any more bonus actions?
I don't think I've got anything to bonus action. No, I might just stay there and wait for everyone else to sort of catch up behind me.
Gotcha. All right, Snake's turn.
Beep, 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 boop. Within 60 feet.
30-foot move speed.
Yeah, I'm just thinking where he can go without losing like connection to me.
Does it have to stay within?
60 feet to like mentally connect with me.
Sure. Well, it can move 60 feet.
That's the start. That's the staff stuff. Like I'm looking at the staff stats for that. That changes some things.
Well, you can give it an instruction. It can go more than 60 feet away from you, and you can catch up to give it more instructions later.
Yeah.
And it can only move 60 feet anyway, so it's going to stay within that range.
At a full dash, yeah.
Full dash. Damn.
Oh.
Damn. I will then I'm just gonna move it forwards because I'm obviously kind of charging in
Yeah.
a similar direction. So 30 feet, and I can't do anything. So I'm gonna pass for turn, which then becomes me.
Seamus first.
Seamus? Oh shit! Sorry, I totally forgot about that.
That's okay, lass. I'm quite forgettable. I will. I think I'm just dashing.
Yeah, cool. I was not expecting you to be so far apart encountering these people, but that's fine. You action dash and then center. Yeah, you're up.
That plan turned to shit.
You can definitely
Yep,
see
that's
what's
all I
going
got.
on now.
Uh-huh.
Go center.
Fuck. I don't want to be the front line. That's the thing, because I'm not the most tankiest.
What's going on?
I am going to. Cool. That's cool. Okay. I'm gonna dash is yeah, I think action dash
Yep.
to 55 feet here.
Sure.
As I said, I'm not gonna be the front line as I perch myself immediately. And I'm actually going to, as a bonus action, just because I'm aware if this fucking constrictor snake pops, I don't get my staff back. And I'm gonna command my snake to return, and so it will this will be happening as I'm walking past it. I'll say return, it will reform into my staff, and I'll pick up my staff. And the constrictor snake is not a part of combat anymore,
Sure.
but it will reshape back into my staff.
Gotcha.
That was a bonus action. Oh, I have to bonus action dash, don't I?
No, just action dash.
No, you action dash.
Oh, okay.
Not a rogue.
Oh, yep, that's the term. I was like, there's a term that says bonus action, dash, but that will be me.
All right, Juan, you're up. With Nimblefoot coming up round after their turn.
Yeah, their turn though, which means they get a turn.
Oh, that's right, you're held.
Yeah,
At the end of each of its turns, it can make another wisdom saving throw.
Fuck. That's not what I wanted to hear. I was going to ask if it was start or end of my turn, so
Yeah.
wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
I suppose, is it still an advantage?
It's still a
No.
spell effect, so yes.
One of them landed up on the other dice, but it's not cocked because it landed perfectly on a d6, but it's still only going to be a total of 7.
Oh, unfortunately, your muscles are tensing, and you feel this guy's hand on your shoulder, and you feel your shoulder almost just start to relax a bit as this spell is starting to come through. He's about to cast Inflict Wounds on you.
He sure is, and it's going to do a doozy. I fucking guarantee it.
Just don't be a bad cultist. All you got to do is follow the leader. But that is the end of your turn, and it brings us around to them. So let's start from the bottom. This guy has got a few more people up his sleeve now. So he's going to go... Oh, what can you do? What can you do? I think you might want to stop people from attacking him. So he's going to cast Command on the guy that shot an arrow at him. So he's going to cast Command at you, Nimblefoot. So what I need you to do is make a Wisdom save. So that'll be down on the left-hand side of your character sheet, your saving throws.
That's a D20, yeah. Everything's a
D20 plus your Wisdom save.
13 total.
13 total. As you hear, like, in your ears, even though he's whispering so far away from you, he's saying, drop to the ground. But you shake it off, and you kind of, like, use your serenity to push back against him, and it doesn't take hold. So you save that. I guess he will then start backing up a bit, just so he's not going to get hit with anything hard. This guy is going to continue rounding here as he calls back, hold them off, hold them off! And he will disappear
Oh,
into the shadows behind whatever is down here. And then this guy is going to let the necrotic energy flow through his hands. And you're paralyzed, so I believe that is an auto hit.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Or
not
it's
an
at
auto
advantage.
hit. If it hits, it's an auto crit. Yeah,
Oh, so it's just with advantage.
it's at advantage, and if it hits, it crits.
oh,
So it's a melee attack.
Oh,
Jesus.
they're not great.
They don't have to be.
13 to hit.
13 will hit.
Ah,
As you feel
Oh,
the
no.
necrotic energy pulse, and it almost lines up with your heartbeat. Where is that?
you roll that 60-10 DM. I know you're playing your crit rules.
I'm sorry?
Inflict wounds is 3d10, and if it
Listen to that.
If it
is
crits,
paralyzed, it crits. So double the dice damage.
oh my god.
So that'll be 48 points of damage.
48. Cool.
Oh my god.
Don't tell me you're still alive.
No.
As the rest of you see this cultist reaching out and just grabbing onto this guy, to Juan, and you just see the life just almost like flash in a green flash, and Juan slumps to the floor.
Holy shit.
Right. Turns around, and this guy now makes a move to the edge here. Nimblefoot, you're up.
Oh my god. I didn't even see that, really. Like, I would step around and just see, and I will step around and just see,
You can see everything in the room here, but yeah, you do see his body on the ground.
yeah, and I just scream out, just this roar from my lips. And I'm gonna aim at this guy who just absolutely wrecked shop over there with my longbow.
Yep. So take steady aim again, and
Yeah, what's it called? Kensei shot.
Oh,
If I do hit.
monk.
That will not hit. There's a 3. For a total of 9.
total of 9. Again, the bow goes wide, and 2 arrows are now on the stone walls. Unfortunately, 9 is not enough. Sorry.
Hey, at least it didn't just hit one. Just,
Yeah, this is
his
true.
Lifeless body just missed.
DM.
Hold on.
Shit. No, that's I might just throw the bow down. It's like, ah! What did I train for?
Get that hammer out of here.
That's my turn.
Did you use your full movement?
Yeah, that was 40.
Yeah, cool. All right. What was your question?
When we all saw that take place with Juan, would you allow a reaction from all of us for a verbal reaction to each other?
Yeah.
I would flavor it as Nimblefoot.
Don't
kind
let
of
him touch you.
falls out and bolts past. I'm gonna talk past her. I want to turn to Seamus and be like, "I got this. Keep them focused, and I'll get ready for when my turn comes up."
Sure. Who does that bring us to? That brings us to Seamus himself.
I believe that's me. Really shouldn't have touched this with a 10-foot pole.
You've already used that joke.
I'm gonna javelin. I know. I'm gonna javelin this guy with a 10-foot pole.
Go for it. Oh, yeah, that's an improvised
It's
weapon, so
It is indeed. It's at disadvantage because it's out of my range.
that's fine.
That's still not bad. That's a 14.
14 will hit.
Oh, yes, it will. Take my d4 of bludgeoning. 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. As the pole hits him, you see it go boom, and they're not tough, these guys. They use magic to inflict pain, but they're not tough, as he kind of grabs his head and he's thrown off by that. He wasn't expecting all these ranged attacks, for sure. Anything else?
Come at me, you masked scoundrel. That's it.
All right, Senna, now you're up.
I'm going to move. Fuck! No! I can't even get it to.
That's fine. Take your time.
In that case, since I can't get to him yet, I'm going to do some cool shit. DM, what is the? Is that a ledge where the one is? Like, is that like what's the?
It'll just be difficult terrain, so it'll be half movement going up it.
Amazing, just what I needed to hear. I will move 30 feet though, just to get me moving in my turn. So I'll get myself here. It's really fucked me over. That's fine. Of course, it's fucking touch, not. I'm then. Actually, let's fucking go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bonus action. Misty Step here.
Right next to him?
As that's happening, there's almost blue, like, giving off this aura. Very, like, looks like water, but it's definitely not water. Blue, like, blade extends from my hands. As I'm moving, I put the staff back, and I'll Misty Step to this guy, and I'm going to strike out at him with Flame Blade.
Very nice. Roll to attack.
Roll attack. This would be plus my modifier to attack. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yep, spell modifier. Oh, spell attack.
Spell attack.
Your spell attack modifier.
Is it natural 20?
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yes.
In this fucking guy's life.
Revenge.
So,
This is
natural 20.
3d6.
Yeah, so whatever damage you would usually do, max that out, then roll your dice.
So external, like extra damage.
Yeah, so you're going to automatically do 18, because that's 3d6.
Yep.
And now you roll 3d6 and add that on.
That's not bad. That is 12 points.
So 12 plus
fire
18
damage.
is
Pardon?
30.
Yep.
So 30 points total.
Yep.
You go up to this guy that took the life out of one, and you slice through him with your flame blade, and he just ignites in blue fire and dies.
I kind of like adrenaline, like, what the fuck just happened?
Like,
That's
our
my turn.
eyes from the.
Nice. That's your turn. Cool. 1. Can you make me a death saving throw, please?
Oh dear.
Sure can. That says is a failure.
I think you need to get rid of that dice. So
Yep.
the way death saving throws work, JJ, is 3 failures and it is permadeath. 3 successes and you stabilize. A natural 20 wakens you up on
Yes.
1 hit point. A natural 1 counts as 2 fails.
Yeah. Jesus.
So, as the darkness starts to encroach around your consciousness, that is 1 fail of the death saving throw. And that brings us to their turn. This guy, being quite outnumbered, is going to shout out. He goes, "Wake her! Wake her!" And he's going to cast Sacred Flame at Senna. For a 11 to hit.
11 is my AC.
Very nice. It'll be 6 points of fire damage.
In response,
We're not playing
I'm
magic here.
going to- as a reaction, I can cast Absorb Elements,
Oh, very nice.
which is something I haven't done before. So,
You have the
Half the
elemental damage.
So 3
but
points of
then
fire
that
damage.
I'm resistant on my next turn to it, and I can inflict an additional 2d6 of that to people on my melee attack. Is that it?
What does the spell
Yeah.
say?
Yep, half.
So if you cast it first level, you have the damage, and then on your next turn, if you make a melee attack, you can add a d6 of that element damage.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Thank you. So, what was the half damage, sorry, Reese?
3 points of fire damage.
3?
Yep.
Amazing. Thank you.
And as he yells this out and casts Sacred Flame at her, there's almost a quiet before from around the corner you hear as footsteps start moving.
Oh,
Then it's
That doesn't
Nimblefoot's
sound
turn.
yeah, I'm going to definitely leave my bow on the ground, and I will waltz on up to this gentleman right here.
Nice.
And by waltz, I mean charge out aggressively with... we'll go 2 hands on my Warhammer,
I like it.
because I am annoyed. Let's go this terrible dice again. 16! That's better.
That will hit.
Yes. Ooh, a D10. You are at 12. This is a 10. That is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning.
Nice. You smack him with a warhammer and he goes right off balance, losing all direction. He is still standing, but he's bleeding heavily.
And then to follow through, I'm going to bonus action unarmed strike as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I think when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon, which is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
you can make. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was different because I had 2 hands. Use it
Now
as
you can
dual.
throw a kick in there.
I will do that. I'll try and kick out his knee, and I should roll for that. 12. That's going to be.
12 to hit.
Yep.
Doesn't quite connect.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you kick him in the chest and it kind of like adds on to the attack from the warhammer, but there's no more damage to be done.
Yep, sure thing. And I will sort of turn to Senna and just say, "Get to Juan, help him." And that'll be my turn.
Nice. That brings us to Seamus.
Wonderful. Don't even quite have enough to do that. So, actually, what do you have reach? Yeah, that'll just be fun. I'll move 30 feet, and I will pull out from back of my belt something I have carried and used many times, but never to actually hit somebody with, a whip.
A whip. Nice.
A whip! And I will whip at this
Whip
young
it good.
gentleman.
Great. Roll for attack.
Oh, it's a finesse weapon. That's fun.
Whoopah.
That is cocked. Let's try another dice, shall we? That's cocked again. Come on. That's pretty.
Nat 20. Go for it.
Oh
Go for
my
damage.
god.
Use
So it's
up
gonna
your
do
natural
4.
20 on this guy.
Yeah. It's going to do 4 plus a d4.
Go for it.
So it's going to do 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage. Nice. As you whip him, he kind of like goes off balance and then like kind of like falters backwards, taking a few steps back from Nimblefoot before falling on the ground with this laceration. But as he does fall on the ground, the shadow that starts to come around the corner as a winged, leathery beast makes its way around as the angel of the mountain, Wervin, sniffs out, and you can see hanging from its jaw another black robe of the cultist that had gone round to wake it up, and it screeches out as it sees some fine food for its
Oh
awakening.
my god.
And I'm going to roll its initiative.
Of course, it's higher than ours.
Hey, Juan, can you roll me a death saving throw, please?
Sinner's turn first.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It is Senna's turn first.
Abso-freaking-lutely. As I see this thing, I'm like stumbling towards one, still kind of like overwhelmed as hell. This guy just erupted in flames at me, even though I was aware that I was doing something quite violent. And I like see this thing, I'm like, oh my god, I've bitten off too much that I can do. And I will like fall to my knees next to Juan, and I'll I'll be like, literally gonna be like, come back, we need some more help, and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that is 1d8 plus 4 from me. 8. Not bad. You get 9 HP back. As you wake up, and I'm like this to you, and I'm like, come back!
Senna is shaking you awake as you start regaining consciousness, and you kind of see out of the corner of your eye this leathery beast that is bipedal with wings, claws at the end of them, kind of coming around. It looks like it's just woken up.
I did.
I'm kind of like, oh, fuck. Cultists were a problem, but we have a rather larger and leatherier, bigger problem over there, okay? Welcome back. As I will turn around, and start. You said difficult terrain, correct?
You can slide down it easily.
Yeah, I'll
It's climbing up it that's difficult.
Gotcha. I'll bring myself here. I've done my action. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Love it. One, without any death saving throws, it is your turn.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm still only at 9 HP though.
Yeah, you can take him.
Probably can't take him, as they say. But what I can do. "30 feet to get to there. Because I suppose that's like a jump there, but I'm going to use my features and traits. I'm going to use my mithril leap. So I'm going to make a long jump. I'm going to add an extra d8. Oh, nice. To get 1 extra foot of movement. I'm essentially trying to use that. I even, to be fair, considering that's 30 feet to get there and I have 35 feet of movement, I'm going to think, sort of look down, think back to the trainings and the knowledge passed down from the great Jables and Rage Cage, and I'm going to just whisper to myself, power speed. And I'm going to run like 30 feet and get to about there, and then I'm going to go down to my knees and do like a 1 foot power slide, simultaneously slapping both these guys on the butt.
Hey.
And I'm going to cast Heroism at 2nd level on both of them.
Yes. What does heroism give them?
So Heroism, willing creature I touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened, and it gains temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns.
Nice. So if you
That's
click on your
amazing.
HP, you can add your temp
The
HP.
spell ends the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from the spell. So at the start of both of your guys' turns, you will gain 5 temporary hit points on each of the start of your turns.
Yeah, I see where to add that in.
Yep. And so temp HP will go first before your actual hit points will go down, which is bound to happen.
It's not
Yeah,
my turn yet,
that
sorry.
is probably all I got as I slap you both on the butts and got fucking
Nice.
a little bit of knee
Brings us nicely around to its turn when you're all bunched up like a lovely bunch of coconuts. As it will just kind of like snake its head down and then in a run, trying to like unfold its wings, it's going to move straight into there. Look at that. No opportunity attacks from anyone. And
This is going to sting.
it's going to use its stinger first at you,
Oh.
Seamus.
Yeah.
As its tail whips round and comes down on you. That is a 14 to hit. Misses. Bang! It slams into the ground, and you see a bunch of poison escape from it as it comes back round. It only makes 2 attacks, so I reckon I'm going to go for Nimblefoot with just some claws. So,
Yeah.
oh, not great. An 11 to hit.
No, that will miss.
Claws slap and scratch along the ground as well, as it kind of backs up, and it's going to use its flyby ability to carry on down here. That's the end of its turn. Nimblefoot, you see this thing come at you, swing down, you jump out of the way, and then it almost leaps over you and turns itself around, ready for another charge.
Nice of you to join us, Juan.
You can add your temp HP.
Yes, I have done that. Well, I guess I will step on forward and try and beat this thing with my hammer.
Nice. You charge and roll for attack.
Just beat it.
What the hell, man? That's a 9.
Oh no!
Jesus.
Even with your
That
plus
was a
6.
1. Yeah. Ridiculous. Yep, so that's probably a miss.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
And then I might follow up with... an unarmed attack.
Yeah, go for it.
DM, does he have a flurry of blows
I
ability?
was just going to say, you do have Flurry of Blows
Yeah,
as your bonus action as well.
I should use that.
You spend a key point to make 2 unarmed attacks
unarmed
instead of
attacks.
1.
Yeah, that's a good point. I might do that. Alrighty, so this will be the first. I have to roll for each, yeah?
Correct. So you roll 2 attacks.
The first one is a 17.
Now that will hit.
That will hit. That's good. Let's do that. With 8 damage.
Nice.
Fantastic. And the second one will probably not. It's a 10.
That won't.
That will
So
not.
as you kind of like start punching into this thing, its hide is pretty thick, but you're doing some damage.
Yeah, it just absorbs me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'll
Nice.
just
A little bit of damage to start off the combat. Seamus,
Yeah.
you see Nimblefoot go up and just start laying into this thing. You're up, Seamus.
Let's go. Fortune favors the brave, and he like comes down into a very like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this thing up, body stance, which is very unusual for him, and is going to sprint into action. I will come round the other side of it to try and pin it with Nimblefoot,
Yep.
and I'm gonna make some attacks.
You're flanking, so that's at advantage.
Yes. I'm going to make some attacks with my bare ass fists.
Not just your bare ass.
Let go. Not just my bare ass.
It's freshly slapped bare ass.
First one, 22 to hit.
Oh, that's a good roll. It hits.
Bonus action, swing a second punch. 24 to hit.
That'll hit as well.
Action surge. 24 to hit.
That'll hit as well.
Can I borrow your dice? Jesus.
Yeah.
The flanking and rolling at advantage really helps. But it's a shame because I rolled two 18s and I crit on a 19, so that would have been fun too.
Womp.
3 plus 2 plus 3. That's not a lot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 4, 8, 12. 20 points of bludgeoning damage
Ooh.
altogether.
Jeez.
From behind you, just start laying into this thing as well, and it doesn't know where to turn. It's just getting pummeled from both sides. But if that's you done, we move to Senna.
As I see both my party members run forwards, laying some heavy damage into this motherfucker. DM, when it was moving that way, did it look like it was going downwards, or what was its trajectory when old mate was like moving? Or was it just trying to get through us?
How do you mean?
Did it look like he was just like going through, doing a couple hits and moving on to go do something else, or was he just kind of just repositioning himself?
Repositioning.
Cool. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. I'm gonna move myself. I kind of want to get closer, but then I don't.
No, just get real close to it.
Nah, fuck off. As they're moving, this all takes place, I'm gonna unlock one of the moonstones from my staff and like whisper an incantation in it, and like for flavor, chuck it in the air above it in a 5-foot spear. I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
Oh, yes, good spell.
As this orb of this moonstone hits above it in the spot, and just this massive moon light will
How big?
erupt down. It has to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
5 foot square?
5 foot square, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range, which is definitely in range.
Yeah. If I could grab it. There you go.
Thank you. Con save, please.
The moonbeam just erupts down from the sky, and a con save for a Werven. 12 plus 3 is 15.
Fuck! My spell DC is 14, but it still takes half 2d10 damage.
Yeah, go for it.
These two lovely dice for me. Oh, high numbers. That is 17 damage, half to 8.
8. Yeah. Round down.
And then I do believe on my next turn I can move it.
That's correct. Yeah.
And I will stay put. I'm gonna just kind of be like focusing and just watching this guy's movement to see
Yeah, nice.
if it's here to stay or if it's here to go,
Should I stay or should I go now?
Some
Some
lovely
juicy little citizens down south. What?
Yeah.
Limestone.
after.
Dale.
I didn't know it was my turn next as well, and I was even waiting. Okay, I suppose I'll see the spotlight come down and go, well, that's got to be for me. So I will.
Go stand in it.
Don't stand in the spicy spotlight.
I will run towards the spotlight. I will sort of see these two aggressively attacking it and sort of think that I could get myself in there. So I'm going to pull out a little rapier and then just sort of do like a little slide and dance and start coming in and start trying to carve them up. And I'm going to make a defensive flourish against them. So I will take a swing. Oh, that is a natural 20. That's
Here
why
we
it's
go.
not change
Here we go.
dice.
Here we go.
Yes.
That's what happens when you change dice. So that is going to be Fair dinkum.
Fair dinkum.
Extra damage to the attack roll. So, 8, 14. Ooh, that is going to be a total of 22 slashing damage.
Nice. You like carve
Oh, sorry, piercing damage.
piercing damage. Yeah, you carve up one of its wings and then just stab into its body.
Yeah, final space. Yeah. And I'm going to add 6 to my DC, my AC, sorry,
Oh, nice.
until the start of my next turn.
Love it. Anything else?
I will, yes, actually, getting in there. I will. I'll turn to the Goliath next to me. Come on, Nimblefoot, bring the thunder, and I'll put a bardic inspiration on him.
Nice. So, what does that give him?
Add a D6 to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Nice. So again, you can choose when to use that,
Yeah,
but you
for the
add a
next 10
d6
minutes.
for the next 10 minutes. Right, as you say that, this thing starts whirling around. It's getting cut, it's getting punched, it's getting hit by this moonbeam, and it screeches out as its tail flicks around and comes down towards you, Nimblefoot.
No, not Nimblefoot.
That is an
I can take it.
18 to hit.
I was going to ask a question, but it doesn't matter because that will still hit.
That's above your AC?
It is above my AC.
Okay. I would need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Hang on 1 second. Yeah. Yeah.
And you can add that d6 to it if you feel you need it.
Oh yeah. I think I will need it. Let's add the d6. Oh, come on, d6. That'll be a 9 with all of that.
9.
Oh god.
As this stinger pierces through like your upper arm, you feel the poison sink in as it rips it out, and you're going to take 25 points of poison damage.
Look, I'd rather not. I might use Stone's Endurance as a reaction to reduce
Oh.
damage dealt by 1d12 plus 2.
Nice. Roll that.
That'll just save me a little bit. Come on, dice, stay on the buddy. That'll be a reduction in 8.
8. So I reckon like it
Sorry, it'll be
pierces in you and you grab the stinger and almost like wrench it out of your shoulder before all the poison can sink in. So yeah, so you would take 17 points of damage.
17 damage. Yuck.
It is then going to claw at Seamus
Oh, and that's used.
for a 16 to hit.
That's my AC.
Nice. And the claws, where are you? Are going to be 16 points of slashing damage.
All right.
It will then use its fly. Oh no, it hasn't moved this turn. Fuck. Can it risk taking 3 opportunity attacks? Probably not.
But it will take 6 more attacks if it does not move.
This is also true. You know what? It's going to use a screech and try and frighten you guys.
Me and Nimblefoot are immune.
Oh, of course you are. So Juan and Senna, I need you to make what
I
is it?
swear I remember that. Where was that?
That's from the heroism that one cast on us.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, from touching
What's
the bud.
giving us the temp HP, yeah.
What's the save? Sorry, Reese.
Wisdom.
Haha. I like those ones.
Wisdom save.
What's the roll?
18. 18?
Senna? Natural 1. Even though you see this creature attacking all your friends, it gives out the screech and it terrifies you of what this thing could do. 1, you save. It just means that you'll have disadvantage on attacking it, and you can't move any closer to it until you save that throw. So, Nimblefoot, you're up again, wrenching this bloody poison stinger out of your shoulder.
Ouch. Do I still get the 5 temp points this time as well?
You sure do.
Yep.
Right on. That will. Everything helps. Look, I'm going to keep using my terrible dice and just keep trying to beat this thing down with
Warhammer?
my warhammer.
Yeah, go for it. Two-handed.
I will do two-handed. 'cause
And
I
you're
think I can
also
get the-
flanking, so it's at advantage.
God, finally.
So 2 rolls take the higher.
Of course. I will do two-handed. My God. First one was a 4. Second one was an 8. Come on. That'd be 14.
14 does hit. AC of
Yes.
13.
Gosh.
Finally. Two-handed.
And is there anything else you can pump into that now that you've hit?
No. No, but I can use flurry of blows again. That was 11 damage,
Oh, 11, nice.
and then I might use flurry of blows as well. No, I'm not. Yeah, okay, flurry of blows. 2 unarmed attacks. Let's go.
Oh, you do get +2 to your AC now that you hit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask last time. But it didn't make any difference, so I was still going to get hit with the stinger. Do I still have advantage on these flurry of blows?
Sure do.
Thank God, because that first one was a 3. The second one was a 4, so the first one will not hit. There we go, nat 20.
Nat
Yes.
20. Here we go.
Alrighty, so that's
So it's
4
max.
damage already.
Yeah, max dice plus a roll.
That's a 1. 5 plus 4 is 9.
9 points of damage. Nice. This thing is starting to bruise and starting to bleed, and you're getting through to it, especially with that hammer hit as well.
About time.
Anything else you want to do?
No, that's kind of it.
All right, cool. Seamus, you're up.
Let's do it again. Revitalized again by my friend slap on the butt, which seems to just tingle at the start of every turn. I will make another punch.
Go for it.
What I do and what I do well. Come on, come on. It's fucking 10% chance you can crit. Let's do it. That is not it. First strike will be a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'll roll that damage first off. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Yep, bonus action. Let's do it again. That's cogs. Come on. No. That is only a 12 to hit.
12 will not hit.
That's a shame. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's okay. That's all right. I'll be fine. Yep. That's all I got.
So you got.
And you know what? I will move around. that way.
Nice. Senna. You are scared of this thing, but you can still activate your moonbeam.
He doesn't say his moon's still there, so I'm frightened of this motherfucker. So I'm wanting to get I'm wanting to move away.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm not really wanting to interact with it, so I won't be casting any spells. I think. What I'll do instead.
Sorry.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Good choice.
Just because that's the only thing I can really do right now. 58 plus 4. That is going to be back to max HP. Amazing. And then I will initiate Moonbeam again. And it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
Fuck off. Wham. Hey, we've all had a chance.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Stupid winged freaking lizard thing.
I did 19 damage to it.
What you actually mean? She
Did 8.
9.
I mean, no, I did 9.
Nice. Moonbeam still starts singeing off the skin on its back.
On the end of my turn, do I roll again to see if I break the frighten? That's a wisdom save?
Yep.
15.
Yeah, you are no longer frightened of this creature.
I kind of like get like that rush of excitement again. I'm like, but it's like mix of fear. So I'm like standing there like,
Love it.
That extra health has just been like, yes, this is.
yeah.
All right, Juan, you're up.
Suppose. It's not too much more that we can do from here. Except for trying to take this fucking thing down.
It's looking like it's crawling around. It's limping. It's not looking healthy, especially after that moonbeam.
Yeah. I suppose I will probably just take another swing at it, and I'll use another bardic dice to make another defensive flourish.
Nice.
So I'll take a swing. Oh, it's a 19.
19 will
swinging
hit.
modifier is. So close to being another 20, but that's alright.
That's all right. We don't need all of those happening at the same time.
No, so he's only going to take 4 slashing damage.
Nice. You start cutting into like its tendons and stuff as it starts to falter. Its wings aren't they're trying to get up, and yeah, it's looking pretty hurt.
Alright, my AC will drop back down. Only being pushed up by 2 now, so it drops down to 13. And I suppose who's after me?
The creature, then Nimblefoot.
Creature, and then Nimblefoot. He's been swinging poison shots at them. I suppose I gave it to Nimblefoot last time. So I will. Yeah, I'll use my last bardic inspiration as a bonus action to give inspiration to Seamus.
Nice. As you give off the inspiration, the creature will try and use all of its muscles to build itself up and beat down with its wings. For the 3 surrounding it, I need you to make strength saving throws, please.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Finally. 19.
19. Seamus?
Oh,
Oh, we're not still inspired or anything. No.
I
No.
think I'll use that D6. That's heaps. Okay, 21.
21
16.
and 16. As you all kind of like feel the wind pushing down on you as it tries to knock you guys over, it will still attempt to make its escape. So you can all take 1 opportunity attack against it.
Well, it'll be a hammer for me.
Sure will.
Two-handed, because that's what I'm still doing.
Yep.
19.
19 will hit, so go for damage.
D10.
24 for me.
That is
That'll
a
hit.
0, which I assume is a 10.
That's correct, yep.
Yes.
That'll be
That's
14.
a lot of damage.
14 for me.
Just 5 points for me.
Just 5. And did you take an opportunity one?
I did, but I rolled a 10.
Nice. So it'll get out to there as it kind of gets these hits from behind it. You crack down on its like back leg, Nimblefoot and Seamus. You kind of swipe up and do a little bit of a cut, but it's going to turn around and attempt to spit some. Or you know what? It's going to reach out and claw at Juan.
Not one.
One man who didn't inspire.
That's a 14 to hit.
Ah, fuck, my AC is 13 at the moment.
Nice.
No. Is that with the +2?
That's with the +2. Yeah, my AC is 11 normally.
Wow.
Oh damn.
That's going to be 8 points of slashing, not a high roll.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh.
What?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you didn't heal up anymore after your thing. So yeah, it cuts out and like you are heavily bleeding, but it's you see it like slash at you and then kind of like snake itself around and start moving away. So like its tail is now facing you guys, which brings us to Nimblefoot's turn.
What is my jump distance?
You jump is like your strength plus something. What are you trying to do?
I was gonna jump up and just bring my hammer down with all my might.
Sure,
its,
I'm gonna say if
on
you
its
use your full movement,
brain.
you can go with that. And I'm gonna say roll
Yeah.
with advantage.
For yeah.
You mean
jumping,
you're like
just
running
trying to-
up its tail and like
Yeah, pretty much, and just with the warhammer, just bringing it down over
Yep.
its brain.
okay.
I was gonna jump and I was gonna use Step of the Wind, but if you do not wish for that, that is okay.
Similar, but yeah, either way, I think if you use your full movement, you can not bother using your bonus action for Step of the Wind. You can just run up its spine. Oh god.
With advantage, you say?
Yes.
16.
16 is a hit. Go for damage.
Excellent. Again, two-handed because it's. Ooh, that is not as much as I wanted to end this. That is a 5. 5 damage total.
5 points of damage.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Hey!
Walk us through it. Walk us through the whole thing.
Well, as I sprint forward and run up its tail, I assume does a wyvern have spikes that I'm sort of like
It does now.
passing? Why not? Running past, weaving between them, grabbing them for a bit of extra leverage. The jump up over one of maybe use one of the spikes as like a sort of like a foothold and use that to jump up and then
There's like that slow-mo
you have
moment, and
the
it's like,
hammer,
boom.
yeah. Up in the air, straight down on the back of its skull while it's we said it was looking away from us or
Yeah,
backing away from us, crushes it into the ground.
nice.
And maybe that sort of like my momentum carries me a bit more forward as well, just backing across it.
Love it. You feel not only this creature's skull, but you feel the earth that you shatter it into as you bring your hammer through, and then almost pole vault yourself up, and then nimbly land on the other side.
Like a sliding stopped.
Yeah, which takes us out of initiative and ends the combat there.
I might just lay on my knees and just like breathe with my eyes closed for a moment. Just
Amazing.
how
Well, that was my
is
impressive.
everyone?
Overwhelmed?
Dear Lord, Juan, you look like you've become a ghost. Oh, here. I pull off another patch and hand it to you as it drops in your hands. 4 health potions.
Oh, whoa.
Jesus.
Turn up.
Wow.
Bring
Come
those.
on,
Feel fine.
you don't look so hot.
Muted.
Yeah, muted if you are adding flavor.
I got your tongue.
Yep, sorry, I was just up on the top of that and drinking down one of those health potions. So that's what, 2d4?
Yep, 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. So 7 hit points. Oh, potions are one thing, man, but you know what I need? I'm gonna sort of start patting at you, and just like from the ground, reach into your thing, pull out your pipe, pull out of my pocket a big fucking handful of what looks like oregano, shove it in, and light it, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at second level.
I love it.
That's wonderful.
That's better. Plus
You-
5, so I'm gonna heal another 15 points.
Inhale deeply, and your wounds seem to just
Melt away.
melt away. Yes.
That's the spot.
Right.
Oh,
Who feels like clearing out the big birdie's nest with me?
I will join you. I
I was-
might also pop my own healing potion.
Pop a potion. So yeah, it's a D4 plus 4.
D4 plus
2d4 plus 4.
2d4. Is it regular?
Sorry,
healing?
2d4 plus 2.
Okay. 9 points.
Nice. After you pop some potions and round the corner of where the cultists were protecting or summoning, you find a nest of wyvern eggs.
Ooh.
Had you made it down to the sleeping wyvern, the fight could have changed dramatically with a little river of lava as well. You can each add 1 wyvern egg, so you choose to take one to your inventories. But maybe that will be a adventure for another time of when they might hatch.
You can have baby wyverns.
Sure can.
Remove my potion of healing.
I'm going to say after looking through the eggs, you see that this was a wyvern nest. The connection that the angel of the mountains would be this winged beast, and some cultists had decided that trying to please it might get them benefits in life, confusing it with the more intelligent species of dragons that like treasure and so on and so forth. You make your way around the whole cavern, going back to the prisoners and making sure they're all right, and also finding that in the sleeping quarters of the cultists there were keys to unlock padlocks and unlock chests, and inside the chest you will find antidote to wyvern poison, should it have impacted.
Should I have been? Was I poisoned? Do I have any?
No,
sort of-
you passed the con save.
Right.
So you took the damage, but the effect didn't land, which could have been interesting.
I think it's pretty horrendous if you get
You-
wyvern poison.
you might have
from what
been
I remember.
a bit exhausted after a couple of rounds, which is a
Sleeping, yeah,
condition.
just,
What I will say though is, after getting the prisoners together, rounding them up and making sure they're all okay, you help take them back down the mountain to the village. You are met with praise as local heroes, and citizens are reunited with their families, and are probably paid in a nice form of gold. Riddleton will be repairing his tavern, and the village of Aldenhaven is at peace once more. And that ends our adventure for the day. So well done. No one died completely. And you all leave with a
love almost dying in a one shot.
with an egg.
yeah.
At least you weren't thrown out of a lightning rail train and he was ready.
So
I
well
get,
well done.
I carry my little egg, like, oh, yay, a little friend.
Yes, adventure for another time.
I'm gonna name you Pickle.